I hear the rhythm of the betting bout starting up here for the Brazil CPT Top 8. My name is Ultra David. I'm going to be commentating along with Marine throughout the day. We had a barn burner of a top 16 yesterday. Even better, top 8 shaping up today.
Man, we're here. You know, we had a very explosive top 16, and now we're here with top 8 with a bunch of awesome players. Like, I'm actually excited to see some of the matches that, you know, we haven't seen some players get top 8. Because in the previous Brazil CPT, they didn't even get to top 16. But now they're here waiting to brawl it out and see if they'll get the seat at Capcom Cup. So maybe let's take a look at the brackets so far.
Sure. Yeah, we'll hop in there. As you said, there's a mix of players here. Some of the perennial favorites of the Brazilian scene. And some other people who are on the come up, which is a great mix. Always love to see that stuff. On the winner's side, we got Showdown Jaileshe versus Ronaldinho BR. Definitely two of the best in the scene. But you could say the same about Juninho Ross versus Dark, who has been killing it of late as well. For a long time, but as well as late. And then on loser's side, we have Gamescare Gust versus Namikaze. Maybe more on that up-and-coming side of things.
Yes.
Two very strong players for sure. And then to round it out, we have Davi versus Bounce. Horace Pollen. Again, two very strong players. All of these players have, or I should say almost all these players have taken a bunch of the local events out there, the BR Kumites. We have some folks here who have multiple finals wins across that series as well. We have some of the top placing players currently on the World Warrior circuit for Brazil CPT, and we have previous winners of the Brazil CPT events as well. So just a ton of top-level talent, and interesting as well from the character perspective, right?
Yeah, so our character perspective, I think we actually have a very diverse pool. Like, there's no duplicates whatsoever, but we may see some secondaries if it comes to a strenuous situation where it's like, oh man, my character, I'm not sure if it's going to work out for this, so I'm just going to switch over to second character. But again, you know, very diverse character pool, and I'm really excited to see how these matchups pan out. Because, like, you know, there are some matchups that we haven't seen in a while.
Sure.
Like, I know in top 16, we did see, like, you know, Rashid versus Birdie, and it's like, whoa, that's like season 1 matchup or something like that. But man, I'm, again, you know, like, I always sound like a broken record, but I'm always excited to see some more action from these people.
Yeah, in terms of characters, we're expecting something like Rashid versus Nash.
Yeah.
We're expecting Luke, but maybe Ryu versus G, or it could be Kage, or it could be other characters. We're expecting Honda versus Claw or Fang. I would expect Fang, but I guess we'll see. Mika versus Ed as well towards the end. So a bunch of different characters up on deck, as tends to happen on the CPT these days, right? The game is in a very interesting, pretty well-balanced state. And as we've talked about many times in the past, and we'll talk about again, we have had a bunch of different characters take the events on the CPT too. It's not been the case that like one character's been running away, or even that a couple of characters have been running away with it. We've had a great set of balanced results so far. And this could be the same. You know, we have characters here who have not yet won a CPT this year. Could get some new ones for you. So that's a lot about what to expect in this very strong scene here in Brazil. As far as what the players are playing for, we are playing to get into that Capcom Cup spot. That is what this is all about.
Yeah, and of course, you know, we do have the Brazil Kumite as well. So, you know, if you rack up enough points on that side, they will be able to get a seat at Capcom Cup as well. So it's definitely like a win-win situation because you get the experience, you get like the matchup, or like just playing with all these awesome players, these strong players, and just seeing who gets to the top, really.
That's what this is all about today. And again, we have some folks who have already been to that top, who have qualified for the Capcom Cup in the past, but we have other people who are trying to make that happen for the first time. As far as the first match to expect, we're going to be looking at Jaileshe versus Ronaldinho BR.
Oh, yeah. That's
Take a look at these
really
players
good.
here. Yeah, so this is the Rashid versus Nash that I was talking about. And these are also a couple of the players that we were talking about who have done so well in the past. So Jaileshe is currently 3rd in points in the World Warrior. He's somebody who has had 2 champions of the BR Kumite circuit, 2 titles on that. It's the only one in the scene to have 2 titles of the finals there. And Ronaldinho, 1st place in the CPT Brazil 2021, the first one last year. So 2 guys who are absolutely on the top of the scene, and we're going to hear a bit from Jaileshe.
All right, so Jaileshe says, the match against Ronaldinho for me is always a test of nerves. It's a very boring and irritating fight to do, and Ronaldinho knows how to annoy his opponents. It will be a very hard and tight fight, and I will do my best to advance by the winner's side. I know that all the matches we've seen from Ronaldinho, like he's really good at poking, knowing when to poke, and just like not throwing out random buttons. And it's, I guess like it might be a little hard to whiff punish him in a way, but it's like no, like I agree, Jaleshe. Like yeah, all the times that I've seen Ronaldinho play is just like really annoying, but it's good. Like, you want to be annoying. But again, we can't let down on Jaleshe because Jaleshe has been super dominant in his locals and just being the craziest Rashida I've ever seen. Yeah,
very strong. In terms of the Nash play from Ronaldinho, as we saw yesterday, he took out Black Ninja, he took out Alexis on stream, if you recall, Sagat player. And in doing so, his mid-range control was amazing. The Sobats, the scythes, the control with forward fierce, like that, he just... The V skills to absorb fireballs on reaction, the super to get through as well. Yeah, he just has all the aspects of the game that you need, and that is frustrating to deal with, but we've definitely seen Jaleshe play and do very well. We're getting into this thing. As a reminder, here in the top 8, we're playing first to 3 each time. So we have quite a bunch of games ahead of us throughout this top 8.
I was gonna say, I wonder if Ronaldinho is able to like absorb Rashid's tornado, but it just like goes upward, so it's like, I'm not sure if my V-skill would be able to get that.
Yeah, we're already seeing important tools come out for Ronaldinho. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what you were looking for. But at the same time, Rashid, okay, rather than thinking he might be able to combo, he just goes for the grab.
Yeah, just a reset.
Jaleshe is doing a good job at being mobile. It's a huge part of what he needs to do. If Ronaldinho knows where Jaleshe is going to be, it's going to be even tougher.
And of course, like both characters have like really good corner carry too. And it looks like Jaleshe is being the first one to put Ronaldinho in the corner. And look at it, just drawing on buttons, just trying to do what they can, and activate a V trigger in the corner.
Trigger 2 ready to go. Ooh, what a catch!
Yeah.
Gonna heal up a little bit. He's got Oki.
Oh, imagine that hit him on the back jump. Oh, no conversion afterwards, but it's totally fine.
Does not quite have trigger. If he can get...
Whoa! Backdash at the perfect opportunity. That must feel really good.
yeah, I bet it does, yeah. Using the mobility of Nash, and that, again, that surprise attack is so bad, so fast and far. You can see where Jaleshe is trying to play. He's trying to be outside of that range a lot of this time. Right? See him back off slightly in and out of that spot where, he was looking for it. It's a little late, but the idea is there, clearly.
Yeah, I kind of like how Ronaldinho is just, like, stepping back and forth. And of course, Jaleshe found an opening. Perfect. Grab again. But slowly building up meter for Ronaldinho. And Jaleshe does have V-trigger as well. Yep, here it is. Oh, and I was gonna say like he might have super after like just a tornado uppercut maybe.
Risky to activate now for Ronaldinho if it's not for sure. Just to do it on block would be a big risk on account of that potential chip damage on the other side. So Jaleshe not giving any easy activation points.
There it is, right here. There we go, critical art. Or does he even need to use critical art? He can, and he's gonna do it. That's gonna be 1-0.
Man, you can see Jaleshe really freeze up right before that hit. He knew what the risk was, right? Clearly. And so he was trying not to give that hit to his opponent, but Ronaldinho found it anyway, taking game number 1.
Yeah, because you see that Ronaldinho was just kind of like going for low forward, and Jaleshe was blocking all of it, but just unfortunate that he got hit by the Fierce, activate V-trigger, and that's the critical art there. Oh, man. That stings for sure.
You know the best advice when somebody's wondering how to deal with a person who can hit confirm crouching medium kicks well.
Oh, yeah. It was Tokido, right?
Yeah,
you said
Tokido
just block.
Just block! I think maybe you should block.
Yeah.
That's what Jaleshe was trying, but he didn't do it long enough. It's a very similar start here. Ronaldinho holding on to mid-screen better, but not for long.
There we go, just with the grabbing game. And then, like, just drawing on normals, just trying to see, like, what their opponent's going to do, like, by either dashing or, just, like, the buttons there. The storm is coming. Oh, all right. Getting jumps over, that's totally fine because you want to get out of that situation. And, of course, you're really close to building meter. You do have it now. Perfect opportunity just to activate in between the EX Tornado.
Oh man, Jaleshe again in one of these series where he just is trying to block. No, as he tries to escape, he's stuck still. He's weathered the trigger storm at least, but he's not got much life left to show for it.
Storm is coming again. Oh, yep, just to check on the roll there. And that's totally fine because it's like, oh, it trades, but I also have the life blade, so I'm just going to do it either way.
Ooh, that's what we need. Tough to do, but it would be lovely for Jalesha if we could find that more often.
Oh, what a great catch from behind and just going back into the corner. Little rendezvous.
Oh, hoping to see buttons come out. Ronaldinho's there. Here we go. It's going to get pressure. Jalesha, man, that was coast to coast, just like that.
Oh, what an answer just to retreat that back. Oh, out of the corner here, though.
Yeah, interesting. Again, in that range, Jalesha just blocking for his life, trying to back off. His own activation comes.
Oh, that is so smart. I wonder if he could just dash up and just do an optimal combo there, but
yeah, interesting.
Maybe a little too fast-paced.
So now with that scythe, maybe Ronaldinho is hunting for activation. Or sorry, for super pick confirm. Trying to be outranged. Yeah, he's so good at finding individual hits. Hold on a second, Jalesha's got the big one.
Oh my gosh, what a challenge. I wonder if Ronaldinho is just trying to do his best to, like, yeah, throw out some buttons to get that white health.
Oh, Jalesha's in big trouble. Yes. He could not escape the chip damage scenario. I mean, maybe wake up EXDP, but maybe crouching jab even recovers in time. I'm actually not sure versus the frame data of slowed down EX Rashid uppercut there. There are definitely safe BDs that some characters have. I'd love to know if Nash's is one. That might have just been a safe tool.
And I just like how Ronaldinho was just like throwing buttons, especially in that end there, because Jalesha, he already had V-Trigger activated, so he can't do like V-Reversal or V-Shift when he wants to do critical art just for the chip. But again, like it works out in the end just for him. Oh my gosh, that was super close. That was super close.
Yeah, I'm so impressed always when I see Ronaldinho play and the way that he uses Nash. But I think what really sticks out in my mind is how strong he is at mid-range, and his like sudden surprise attacks are so well timed. It's so hard to know when he's gonna burst in with not a lot of damage at a time. Typically, soul back kicks, a scythe occasionally, crouching fears, crouching medium kick, that kind of stuff. Occasional forward fears, like those sorts of tools. But it just whittles away your life so consistently. And when he does find the hit, he's very good at maximizing, getting into the corner, pressuring there. We definitely saw some offensive stuff. We saw some whiff punishes out of Jalesha. It's not like he's completely out of this thing, but as you can see at down 2-0, it's a pretty tough spot.
I feel like there are some normals that Nash does. It's a tiny bit hard to whiff punish just because like he just goes in and goes out.
Yeah.
But of course, I don't know, like a lot of Rashid players, they like to use just like the standing fears where you go, da-da, you know, like his arms, like it's a really good button, and of course like, you're supposed to keep using it, but Ronaldinho probably plays Jalesha so many times to know that what he's gonna do. Yeah,
that is actually one thing that they said Jalesha we heard from before, but Ronaldinho's quote was, "This is a fight where anything can happen. I've been training a lot with Jalesha and we know each other's games well."
Ooh, that's a really cool target combo.
There's that fierce you were talking about, stand fierce.
Ooh, I wonder if he would have been far enough to whiff punish that. Trade.
Yeah, as you see, he switched to V-Trigger 1.
I like that answer. Totally fine, because you don't want to be cornered up in the...
Oh yeah, happy for Ronaldinho to only take the medium punch. Too far for Jalesha to get more, unfortunately for him. This is that We've rarely actually seen dash forward from Ronaldinho. Now that he's in,
there we go, the first EX mixer. Let's see that without the pressure.
Oh, what defense! So you saw totally neutralized by Ronaldinho's escape.
Okay, yeah, just a commitment, just knowing when to do that. Go for it. Oh, just the delay.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know that Ronaldinho could have definitely interrupted the tornado, but he was like, wait, what is he doing? He's doing a full one.
Punish?
Yep, that is punish. I'm just getting some more leg room just to go back into mid-screen, figuring out, like, what my game plan is. And here's dashing again, but no check from Jalesha. Oh, okay. Oh my God, you're just like quietly watching to see like what they're going to do, but it's just like don't know.
mid-range is so dangerous for both. But here's Jaleship. He's got the pressure.
It's just like very quiet neutral. It's like, oh, I don't know what to say.
It's Ronaldinho just waiting it out. No!
Yeah.
As he tries to do something, Jaleship was there. However, Ronaldinho has all the resources.
Backdash!
What a start here in trigger. If he finds the right hit, the next hit, this could be it already. No, it's maybe EX instead. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this going to do it?
No way.
Yo!
Just by a sliver. Oh my gosh. Jalesha keeping so composed, but has to stand up to check his toes. Ronaldinho sitting at match point.
Wow, could be 3-0. I really didn't expect that out of these two. Jalesha trying to force his way back into this thing. Come on, Ronaldinho ready.
Yep. Can't jump at me. I got bar. Oh my god, what of a punish. Just one more hit that's been stunned.
Oh, come on.
Saw that coming. Ronaldinho looks like he's going to be 3-0 over Jalesha. 3-0. There it is. Yeah, I kind of like how Jalesha was changing up his game plan where he wasn't just kind of like sitting there figuring out like what he wants to do. But I think Ronaldinho was like, okay, I think he's going to go a little bit like cryptic or like just a little bit crazy or something like that, because we did see multiple EX mixers, but at the end it didn't work out because he's like, no, I think you're gonna do another one, because again, like, we know how we play each other. So
that slowed down EX mixer really came into the fray at the end. Man, that became very important.
Right. Oh man,
the whiff punishes, I was so impressed by.
Yeah, it's really nice to see, because
medium punch, reaction, consistent.
I kind of like how Jalesha, he did like medium punch over and over again, and then Ronaldinho just kind of, I think, did he like micro walk back a little bit just to whiff punish it?
Yeah, I think that he caught that against forward strong a couple of times too. You see here in the final game, that backdash started things off. There it was, that slower EX mixer. Ronaldinho ends up moving into winners finals. As we mentioned before, this is the guy who won the first CPT Brazil of the last year, so he's been in a similar position before. Jalesha is gonna have to do it from losers if he's gonna do it at all.
All right, yeah, so 3-0 for those two. Also, looks like we are going towards the next match, Juninho Ross and Dark. So this one's gonna be really good because you did mention that Juninho also plays Ryu next to Luke.
Yep.
And then Dark just being a very strong G player. I always like to watch G just because I don't know, I'm not a gambler, I don't have any addiction, but like I just like to see him rip.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I played that character quite a bit when he came out. I think he's, in my opinion, one of the most interesting characters in the game. So I'm really happy to see that Dark has kept him going as strongly as he has. In terms of their results, so Juninho Ross currently 5th in points in the World Warrior in Brazil. He's gotten 9th. He's gotten 17th in CPTs before. He is a 7-time BR Kumite champion. He's got an aggressive game. On Dark side, he's the BR offline champion. He's the 19-time BR Kumite champion, right?
Wow, 19?
He's currently the 1st in points in World Warrior.
Wow.
He got 5th in the CPT last year. So these guys have a ton of experience against each other and are two of the best. Let's hear what we have from Dark.
So, Dark says, Juninho Ross, you are my friend and you are also one of the best players in Brazil. But the president sent word, power to the earth.
Ah, it's Super Tuesday! Here for Dark. That's what he's hoping for.
Oh my gosh, it kind of sounds like Zeus just drawing down his like thunderbolt, like, you shall not pass. Or that's a different reference though, but
I love the mix. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Juninho Ross has already beaten Baby Brazil, and Davi Dark has already taken out Zangief Bolado and Forest Pollen, as we saw on the stream yesterday, and did so in pretty convincing fashion. Now, we have heard that Juninho Ross will sometimes pick other characters versus Dark's G. We talked about the Luke, we talked about the Ryu, we certainly saw Luke yesterday. So there's a few options there. Could be Kage as well, as what we heard. Up to them, of course.
Yes,
we'll find out
Kage.
very shortly how this will go, but I am pretty sure it's going to be G on Dark side.
definitely. And of course, you know, we did see a dominant Luke coming from Juninho
Yeah, we
Ross.
did.
So yeah, we'll definitely see that he's definitely going to play Luke. Ryu, I don't think so. But like, again, you know, seeing Ryu, it's always fun to see because you don't see a lot of those characters coming into play. But I don't know, just again, like a very wide character variety pool, and hoping to see some more action here.
Dark said yesterday when we asked him about a fact about himself, he said, I've been trying to qualify for the Capcom Cup since 2016. Since 2016. And he hopes that today is going to be the time that he finally will. It is going to be Luke out of his opponent, Juninho Ras. That's what we're going to get. Luke versus G, trying to make it into winners finals to play against Ronaldinho.
All right, so Dark has the first hit here. V-Shift away, because of course you don't want to get command grab. And V-Shift is really good in this game.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I do like the Luke choice. His normal is just so effective. There's this big range that G can control with his excellent buttons in mid-range. But with things like the Fireball, with things like his own great buttons, Luke has a lot to say there, but amazing whiff punish with Fierce from Dark.
Oh, and yeah, we have seen Dark use that same button, but enough time to do EXDP. Oh! Catches the V-Shift. I wonder if Dark could have like done the V-Shift a little later so he can actually dodge that.
Yeah, he may just have not expected the charge. That said, Dark is working on getting the corner again. Juninho Ras back to the wall. No, moving forward. Gotta look for Dark.
Yeah,
the activation point.
Oh, yep,
Can he get there in time? Yo!
Oh!
But not for the round? Oh no, it could all fall apart for Juninho Ras. And it is.
I kind of like, yeah, it was just a little too far from the grab, but Dark saw that right opportunity. It's just so scary, especially when you have that much health. It's like, oh man, I just really want to end this and see what I can do. And he did it. Yeah, just kind of like fishing things out. Yeah, again, like I always say that Dark has been using that button so many times just to kind of get some sort of connector. The light kick into that. Ooh.
Damn, we have corner. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's one of the buttons that I was thinking of when I'm thinking about how Luke can contend in neutral versus G. It just has such great forward moving options.
Oh man, all these checks that Dark hasn't been doing yet against Juninho. That's okay. Starting at phase 1, Juninho back into the corner.
Oh. Intended whiff punish by Juninho Ras. Instead, it was whiff punished by Dark, and now Juninho in big trouble. Interesting V-shift there. Hoping for offensive V-rev. Dark trying to take anything.
Nice.
Again, a like it would kill. Instead, it's command grab, and that's going to be enough for Dark to keep game number 1.
Yeah, and that's like the first command grab too. Like I always say that it's the least that you expect it to happen. But I kind of like how Dark was just throwing out V-reversal and just trying to not have Juninho throw any of his V-trigger fireballs at all. He doesn't want that to be activated, so he's just going to keep him in there and hoping that he wins this and 1-0, yeah.
Yeah, he was very good about actively maintaining that corner control, like really looking for offensive knockdown view reversal to try to make sure he stays there, his opponent stays there. And he was able to walk that Luke into the corner consistently in both rounds.
Ooh, a trade from that.
Again, same kind of thing. This time, Juninho Ras jumping over. A little bit too far, I think, for the light punish.
Oh, yeah, no. He was about to DP, but it didn't work out. Dark, really lucky there.
Nice. Doesn't pop the trigger on it yet. Okay. Maybe intending to zone out versus the G, who is all the way through. No, not quite on run out.
That was so far, too. Oh, that's nice. I was going to say, like, he activated V-trigger, so he wouldn't be able to V-shift, but still trying to figure things out. Oh, jumps over with the fireball, but that's not going to work out. I wonder if he thought that Juninho was going to, like, dash under again or something and be like, oh, no, this is fine. But nope, on the way down, you're going to get punished. Ooh.
I love that backdash by Juninho Ras. It's something he hasn't really been bringing out in footsies so far. Gotta give the opponent different looks, and he's doing a better job of it right now. Yeah,
I like how Juninho's just like backing away, but Dark still trying to stay next to him. Oh, the V-shift.
Again, Dark threatening to get full corner control. He did walk back slightly to make sure the air was shut down.
Yeah, this is really good for Dark, because I know that Juninho just wants to like back away, throw fireballs, because, you know, G being the grappler he is, he does have a little bit of ways to get through. Ooh, all right, sweep into V-trigger activation. Back away. Very smart.
Yeah, some good chip damage. Oh, that said, he is working on giving Dark V-trigger himself.
Oh no, that could have been a big punish.
That V-trigger is ready to go. Juninho Ross suddenly, as you must, start blocking more. No, he is more active. I don't think Dark expected that. Typically, people are looking to low block versus G, but yeah!
No way!
What a genius! It's not quite enough, though.
Oh my gosh, the pressure is on. Oh, what a check! Oh no!
What happened? What happened from Dark? Jump jab was surely not what he was looking for right there, especially after finding the hit. He had expected the dash up from Luke, and it looked like he checked into jump light punch. I don't know why.
Yeah, like just in that low, small scramble. Like I also saw that Juninho didn't want Dark to activate V-trigger, but at that point, it's like, oh no, he activated it, and it's just a really, really bad scramble because it's like, oh, you're thinking about the command grab too, because he did kill with the command grab the last match.
Maybe like light intended to be canceled into the G smash.
Yeah.
It could be. Sometimes, you know, if you're in a scramble situation, maybe you end up up forward rather than just forward or down forward even.
Ooh, what a good punish on the way down. This is where Juninho does not want to be, because like, yeah, he just wants to keep throwing fireballs.
Yeah, he'd love to be a little bit outside of G's range. Like that's the exact spot where we saw him whiff punch with medium. Dark undeterred. Finds it. Oh, a little bit too far.
Oh my gosh, what a whiff punish again. Dark looking so dominant. Just one more hit, but Juninho goes for the grab instead. Oh, yep. That's it.
That medium kick, one there is trigger ready to go, is just, it's a scary situation for the opponent to be in.
It really is. Yep, backing away. Oh my gosh, yeah, Dark was just staring him down. Doesn't want to throw anything out just yet. Juninho just still throwing out the fireballs too. But also he has to be aware that Dark can jump over those fireballs, like right there. But no, nothing there. Woo!
Be a bit weird about Wake Up DP again. He's seen that a couple of times in this game. Again, they're just gonna know each other well.
Oh, backdash away from the jump. But he's really good at keeping his distance though. Yeah, oh, that was smart.
Out of the corner entirely now, Juninho Ross. A little bit of bulldogging, the classic stuff. If your opponent has a zoning tool, you can just walk and block. Okay, hit confirm. So Dark now, ready to go. Yes, here it is, plus frames for him. Patience.
Oh, nice block from the lows. Oh, again with the grab whiffs.
Could have had more. Beautiful.
Ooh, yeah, cross cut. That was really, really nice. I was gonna say like, no, he didn't have any V-trigger activate or V-trigger left, so he would be able to do like the fall in the air. Yeah, Dark has to think about something because Juninho's like his defense is really good. Again, like he's just walking back, throwing fireballs, and he knows how to space things out. It's like, are you gonna jump at me? I'm gonna DP.
Yeah. However, Dark, as he has before, just walks Juninho to the corner, dashes in, taking a turn. Not overcommitting. Hanging out on the bridge. Juninho Ross, just like that, out of the corner. Yeah, his patience has been great, Juninho Ross. You can see all the gray life he's taken as Dark has found a ton of things to be blocked. Oh, no!
Oh, that is super unfortunate.
All that meter flashing on the bottom right. Look at this.
Oh yeah, he's definitely waiting to activate something, but he doesn't want to activate it just blindly. Oh my gosh, Juninho! With the checks. That is crazy because dude, I feel how like stressful it is. Just like trying to go in, and you know that Juninho, he is like abusing like the mechanics of throwing fireballs over and over again. That's what you want to do, especially against a grappler. Like you want to be annoying as possible. It's like, no, you got to work hard for it, and you're gonna come to me, but I'm gonna try my best to get you out of there.
Again, we heard from Dark where he had a lot of positive things to say about Juninho Ross. Same thing out of Juninho Ross. He said Dark is one of the strongest players in Brazil, if not the strongest. So there's a lot of mutual respect here. Look at his movement out of Juninho Ross. Yeah, he is firing on all the cylinders right now. He's got the corner pressure. He backs off a little bit.
Yeah.
As we've often seen, he's, again, trying to be outside of that G range or suddenly bursting in.
Oh my gosh, what a low confirm. Yep, it goes for the grab. Just something that's like super basic. I know a lot of people just don't kind of like this play style, but it works. It's very strong.
Yeah, whatever to those people.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Oh, that's too close, Shirley. Oh, maybe?
I thought that maybe he could have done like a target combo.
Yeah, that would have been my thought. But yeah, he's the expert with Luke for sure. Yo!
There we go. Dark with a great opener. Ready to party.
Again, maybe worried about wake up DP. A few times Dark has had corner pressure or knockdowns. This time he's back in though. Will he be worried about that DP again? No, he's in. But there it was! He actually had the hit before.
I thought he was going to do like jabbing and into command grab just to do some sort of reset, but Juninho very confident doing an EXCP. Anti-air. Gosh, that anti-air button is so good. But these dashes coming in from Juninho, Dark is not checking those whatsoever, but the V-shift, it's...
Oh, very smart.
That was so good.
Final round.
Very smart by Dark, trying to stay alive in this winner's side. Oh no!
Oh
Surely
no,
could have had more.
again, yeah. We still didn't see the target combo punish from that.
And not that that's huge damage, but it'd be nice to have.
Right, exactly.
Expecting a fireball at Dark. But he's been running into these more and more. Right, we've seen Juninho Ross walk back, walk in, or dash in, and try it out, and then walk back. As we're seeing right now. Oh, no!
Oh, I don't think Juninho wanted that. No way. I'll go for the regular grab. Yeah, just keeping him in place, and there's the command grab! And that's going to be a lot of damage.
Yeah, getting up to maximum level. He's going to need more. But he is maybe a back grab away, maybe a little bit too far. Oh, the classic mix. All right, all right, all right. In those scramble situations is when you bring out the tricks, and he sure did right there. Pulled one out of his sleeve with the G, canceling the EX fireball into command grab.
Oh my gosh. That was
work.
so cool because like I know that Juninho, he did have V-trigger, but of course he wanted to use that instead of just doing like V-reverse or V-shift.
Sure.
He wants to like get back into that zoning game to have Dark struggle his way through. But man, that was... I haven't seen that mix in a while.
It's been a while,
oh
yeah.
my god.
Fight.
Yeah, that into command grab, axe kick into the command grab. Like, you know, you got tricks.
Man, they're really good at blocking. I would just like break right here.
The other one jumping.
Yeah. Because you know you do have a lot of time on the clock, like 99 seconds.
There's no need to rush, especially with characters who are capable of dealing damage as these two are. Here's the dash finally from Dark.
Oh, yep, there's the punish. Oh, okay, he tried something because he knew that the jab into like whatever would not work, but that one didn't work as well.
Knew it! He knew the jump was coming. Here's Juninho Ross. Activations there.
Oh no, Dark. I wonder if he tried to keep the stun bar on tack, but it doesn't work out because it just depletes away Juninho, still in the green.
Okay, there's the trigger ready to go. Dark trying to bulldog. Walk and block, walk and block. Oh,
V-shift. Oh
Just
no.
surprising.
Oh! That was like max range, but it didn't get the full damage.
No.
Oh, no!
However, Dark, nevertheless, still has trigger, has a lot of damage on deck, does not cancel.
Oh my gosh. That was so unfortunate because like he definitely could have got the punish off that EX move from Luke, but then I think he hesitated a little bit because he thought that maybe it might have been something else. Like that couldn't happen and be like, oh wait, that's not a DP, right?
So match point now for Juninho Ross. Really has a lot of control in this neutral game. Think back to game number 1. I felt like it was the opposite as Dark had control, but maybe he's trying to get it back now. OP for him. Full on corner.
All right, yeah, he's not scared anymore. He's not scared of the DP.
Been a long time since he jumped as well. Juninho Ross scheming. He's got the life lead finally. Here's the confirm.
Nice
Left corner. Oh, overextension. Dark.
Yep.
Will he activate? Not yet. Juninho Ross surely expecting, okay, his own sweep first.
All right, yep, there we go. The V trigger activation. And it's be really good for Dark because Juninho is in the corner, but Juninho can't throw out those fireballs. Oh!
Hey. A little bit of that trigger meter left for Dark. Juninho Ross is gone, and they're back to normal, but life lead is there for Dark as he's looking again. Oh!
Yeah, no players can't be reversal, can't be shift, but Dark was able to find a whiff punish, and he's also sitting at match point with Juninho.
He did not want to take a risk that there was going to be a DP after that Fierce. But he did find the hit. The stakes very high. You can tell both players feel it. Finally, he's been hunting for that forward Fierce the entire set. He's finally got it here in final round.
Yeah, but there we go with the whiff punish, but Juninho just throwing out the legs.
Juninho's trying to be slippery about finding his moment. We've seen jumps from him as well in this situation. Dark playing at a range where he can anti-air easily.
Oh, V-shift again. Okay, there we go. I feel like in that like tiny scramble, it's like, oh wait, I can probably command grab here because you're probably still in the blur.
Dark is in a great position to be able to do it if he finds a command grab. No, instead, Juninho Ross. What?
What a read. That was tight.
Gorgeous. Level 3G is a menace. You could get through the fireballs.
Yes.
There's the cancel. It's enough.
That's Dark for you.
Dark fighting through. As for a while, that was 2-1 Juninho Ross. He had match point, did Juninho Ross as well. But Dark's the one who ends up coming out on top. What a match between those right there. You know, yesterday, we saw all 2-0s with the exception of one match. Remember that? It was all 2-0s.
Yeah, it was all 2-0s, but I feel like this top 8 is going to be a little longer because, again, these players, they are probably going to go 3-2 or like 3-1 or just...
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of that as well. Yeah, and this run, the first one that we've seen of the two that was down to the final game, final round, I think this is not going to be the only set that we see today that will be like that. Shout out to these players. You can see top level stuff, but Dark ends up making it through.
Yeah, so that was winner's side. We still have loser side, so I know that Jaleshe and Juninho are joining the others in the loser side, and then Ronaldinho and Dark are in winners finals. Man, yeah, we've got a lot of matches coming through here. I know that I'm super excited to see the next one, which is Gus and Namikaze. Gus being the Capcom Finals champ, and Namikaze just making his way into top 8 through a bunch of these strong Brazilian players in the scene. And then we have Davi and Horus Pollen. I know a lot of the Brazilian players say that Horus Pollen is like one of the strongest players. And Davi, you know, like, we actually had some intel about him, how he is the tea-bagging guy.
Yeah, we saw that on stream yesterday.
But dude, I don't know, like that stuff just is so goofy. I love it. Keep doing that, Davi.
I love the personality of it. Yeah. Thanks to everybody who gave us tips on players. You know, we try to do our research as much as we can. We try to ask the players questions as much as we can, but excellent to get insight from the Brazilian scene as well, from a more first-hand, long-term basis for what these players are about, their personalities. Hopefully we can share more about that with you pretty soon.
Oh my god, I can't believe you said it.
Pretty soon. You know what else is coming soon?
What?
The Capcom authorized mobile game.
Ooh.
Street Fighter Duel is coming soon.
Hello, welcome back to the CPT. CPT Brazil 2022. I am here joined with David Ultra, and me, Marine. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys doing well.
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
We saw some great winner's side action. We're going to be heading down now to the loser's side of the top 8 for the CPT Brazil for this year. Up first, Games Care Gust versus Namikaze EXTM. Now, let's talk a little bit about these players and their backgrounds. To get here, Namikaze lost first round. First round in this tournament to BND Muttley. And since then, he's had a long road, most recently beating Bruno Masters, Baby Brazil, Alexis. Currently 25th in points in World Warrior Brazil, but, you know, according to our intel, he is a player who's been growing a lot recently. Many say it's only a matter of time until he wins a tournament, and this top 8 shows that. For Gust, he lost to Davi, and after that, took out Zangief Bolado, Diddy Mokov, and WTF Jean. And currently 4th in points in the World Warrior Brazil. He got 17th last year in the CPT, but he also got 2nd place last year in the 2nd CPT. He has won the Brazil Kumite 4 times. He's been a circuit champion, known for having great patience. Let's hear what he has to say.
All right. Gus says, Namikaze is relatively new in the competitive scene, but has been showing good placements lately. I think the most patient wins in this matchup. Wish me luck. You know, and I really like it coming from Gus. Like, you know, I always say that he has won the Capcom finals and that he knows that the people in the scene are just as strong as him or even stronger than him. So he wants to acknowledge, like, yeah, you know, I want to do my best against Namikaze, but of course, Namikaze also wants to do his best. So everyone else in this bracket, you know, I just feel like it's such a like good rivalry in a way where like, I don't know, like, I always love to see how one of them will probably get, like, the seat at Capcom Cup and they're, like, supporting them nonstop. So it's really great to see.
Sure. And interesting perspective from Namikaze because it's kind of similar in his quote where he said that they faced many times in the weekly online tournaments.
Right.
But he thinks that Gust has been improving a lot in the match, and it's getting harder and harder to beat him. Gust is a phenomenal player, and he's on an absurd rise. So 2 players who think highly of each other, who are talking about how the other one is improving quite a lot. As far as what matchup to look for here, now yesterday we saw Namikaze playing Claw, but we also know that he plays Fang. And as a Honda player, in my opinion, I think Fang is one of his worst matchups. I think it's very tough to deal with Fang. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the character matchup that we end up seeing. I also think that Claw has a lot to say in the Honda matchup. He's got some important tools to get through things like headbutt and butt slam. He's got some important ways to deal with hands pressure. He's got his own great movement speed, good buttons. Or he's got a lot to say too. But I do think that Fong is a little stronger even. That said, if it's the case that Namikaze and Gust have played a lot, they're going to know, you know, of course, which one Namikaze feels is his best tool coming in. I'm very curious to see which one of those 2 it will be.
Yeah, because I was just actually thinking about his Vega, where in previous matches, he was just throwing out medium punch and heavy punch, and they would mostly hit. And it, like, just kind of like blocking it and getting hit by it just like one by one, like no combos necessary. Like, it actually does a lot of damage over time. So we'll see if he's more confident playing in the Vega matchup. But like you said before, Fang, it could be some more troubling situations for Gus, because again, I think about, like, you know, the poison balls and the poison cloud. Like, how is Honda going to get through that?
Yeah, cloud is tough for sure. There's a lot of normals that are pretty rangy for Fong, so he gets to play at a range that's pretty good for him. And he can set up pressure that's strong. Versus 3-frame button characters, his pressure with things like Sand Roundhouse is not quite as effective, but that's not the case for Honda. Honda's a 4-frame, and in fact, like at range, practically more like a 5-frame character. So it's not quite as easy for Honda to get out of some of these situations. And on top of that, just, you know, it's the zoning as well that I think Fong has. That character is not always played as a zoner, of course, right? He's often played as a pressure character.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of rushdown characters.
Absolutely. But there are matchups where he can zone pretty credibly, and I think that Honda's one of them. So, yeah, like I said, I think that that's the better of the 2, but that's just my experience. And it could be that Gust and Namikaze have treated it differently. Every Honda player is a different player. Every Fong and Cloud player, everybody out around the world with their characters is going to be a different player. What do we got? What's the match going to be? It will be Claw after all.
Claw,
so, okay, let's talk about this match. She's got V-Skill 2, good idea. So V-Skill 2, on reaction, you can get through some of what Honda likes to do, right? So if Honda likes to be an annoying guy with things like headbutt and butt slam, on reaction, you can V-Skill 2 through that stuff. Yeah, there you see it right there. At max range, Honda's not going to be able to punish that. And so there's this big mid-range where Vega has great buttons and Honda doesn't really. Honda's tools there are basically headbutt, things like that. We just, 2 options we just saw. But as I said, a little easier for Claw to control that spot.
Yeah, Namikaze is doing a really good job. It's just trying to be a busy bee around Gus. And of course, Gus is just like backing away, just trying to think something through. Alright, EX butt slam. Whoa!
Oh, that could be punished. Oh, no, he missed the jab, unfortunately, for Gus. As a result, he is caught in the corner. Oh! Just like that. Corner for himself.
Give me a hug. Gosh, that is so annoying. And look at that, like just all that chip too.
Yeah, it's adding up. V trigger too, so that he has the parry, which can be really important in this matchup as well. Shut down! Oh, is it enough? No.
No, just one more. It would have definitely be enough if he had EX, and he did, but he doesn't. He just wants to save it for the next round. Oh my gosh.
We talked to you about his patience, Gust's patience. He is known for monk-like patience, we were told, and he in fact has the patience enough to take him out.
The patience is enough, and of course, monster damage coming from Gus too. You do not want to mess with him. Oh!
Okay. +1 here. Yeah, the trade though.
Yep, and Namikaze is utilizing those buttons that we mentioned before, you know, just trying to add things up. And with the V trigger as well, so this will be a little tricky. Gus is not scared though.
Yeah, here's the patience from Gus. Not a crush. EX this time!
Another one! Just one more hit? No, you don't even need another hit. That actually killed. Oh man,
imagine the size of this guy. He lands on top of you.
Imagine his whole weight on you.
Yeah, we're talking about on a stone bridge too. That's gonna hurt. Come on.
Yeah, I kind of need my back cracked. Honda, where you at? You crack my back right now?
Yeah. His forward grab, yeah, for sure.
Man, yeah, that was just like crazy good because like Gus, again, like I said, you know, he's not scared, so he's just gonna keep, you know, doing those cans and ignoring, his like medium punch, heavy punch. Nice anti-air, Namikaze. Oh, the cancel! That's so cool. We have seen him cancel before, but you know, just adding more pressure, but it actually hit.
Yeah.
Like that.
And chases down. He's got the knockdown. Yo.
Super headbutt. Oh my gosh, what a punish.
Looking for crush. Nothing came. There's that patience. He finds it with the spacing trap.
Oh, just the turtle.
There's that back crack you were talking about.
Oh, I need that right now. I kind of like how, like he didn't even use, again, like meter just to kind of like save it up and stuff because he knows that like he has him in the corners. Like, I'm going to just apply more pressure, you know, I don't need to add anything more.
It's really making the headbutt game work out for him. There's the V-skill, something we've rarely seen out of Namikaze.
Gosh, those hands are so good. Oh! That was tight. You're just like quiet, like, no, that happens. I play Honda. No big deal.
Been there. It's all right. Oh, let's go.
God, look at that.
That was sick, actually. That was the whole bar of the V-meter, by the way.
Imagine if he had his mask off. That'd be a lot of damage.
What? What did he say?
Oh, I don't know.
Noose too far. Got the hit. And he's got the W again. It is 2-0 games Karagust.
Oh my gosh, that has like a lot of damage because I was like, oh wait, he can do super. He can, but he's just gonna use a bar instead. Like it doesn't matter. Gosh, E-Honda's so good, David.
What? I mean, I've been saying that for like 2 years. But I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, I think highly of my character. We've talked about it many times.
Oh.
So is there, in fact, now going to be a character switch?
Fong?
I was talking about, how I do think Fong is very strong in this matchup. Again, I think that Claw has a lot to say in the matchup, too. But the way that Gus was playing did a great job at taking away, I think, some of those strengths that Vega can have in the match. We didn't see the reaction V-skills through some of the stuff, through some of the headbutts. But on top of that, the hands at range are super important for getting, you know, there's this range that Honda can't hit you with any normals, but he definitely still is a threat with hands and with headbutt. And that's a range too where Claw can control with his walk speed, withstand medium punch, things like that we were talking about. But the ranges that Gus got started from with hands, with headbutt, just were so consistently right where he wanted to be that looked like Namikaze found it tough to deal with.
Right, so it looks like we are going with the Fong pick. Yeah, that's very smart because, like you said, you know, E-Honda does struggle with Fong, and I'm actually really excited to see how Namikaze is going to utilize how annoying he's going to be with his character.
Yeah, he did tell us that he's mostly playing Vega these days. I don't know if maybe the reason for this delayed selection of Fong is that he doesn't feel as confident as maybe once he did, but we'll see. Right now, it's looking good. Anti-airs are here, plus frames are here.
Oh, imagine that cat caught the V-shift. That was really good. Yeah, like, what do you do right here?
You get got, that's what you do.
Yeah, you got.
Great tag.
Yeah, I like how he's just backing away, too, because he wants to zone it out, but Gus doesn't get a full combo out of that.
A little too far for the cancelability on Fierce. Here's Namikaze now. V-Trigger 1. That's a real projectile he's tossing out there. Looking for offensive V-Rep consistently. Namikaze, no, it's nothing!
Oh my gosh, what a challenge from the lows. V-Shift away, but now you're back in the corner. Ooh, I like that, just to push him a little forward, just to try to like get that gap closure, just trying to like block some moves here and there. Namikaze struggling here. Gus is at match point.
One of the few V skill 2s we've seen, and he uses it right away. All the way into the corner, Namikaze in trouble. Just like that, so quickly.
Ooh, anti-air times.
Oh, I love the escape. Crabs out.
Yeah, there's that cancel again with the stomp. See, like, I like how Guts is just, like, you know, trying to stay with him, be in his face.
Giving up a lot of those right away. The trigger's already gone.
Oh my gosh, just a little far out there, hiding behind the poison cloud.
Jumps, but too far to be anti-aired easily. Namikaze is seemingly hopeful that Gus will just put himself in a bad spot. It's rarely happened so far.
The reversal. V-Shift, that's not going to do it. Namikaze is unfortunately going home with 7th place. Gus proceeding through the loser's bracket.
Fantastic play by Gus. I was talking about how I think that these two characters, Fong, especially, with Claw as well, really have a lot to say versus Honda, but the way that Gus played was fantastic in both of them. He jumped from great ranges. He built V-Skill 2 in ways that would allow him to turn individual hits into knockdowns. Again, his ranges with things like Headbutt and Hands versus Vega were so strong.
And I also kind of like at the very last bit, like he knew that he didn't want to lose his place because he doesn't want to be in a situation where you're getting zoned down and like eventually chipped away. So he was just doing like the EX Bud slams that we don't see a lot of really good Honda players just like throw out like that. So he was able to just do like at least once or twice, and he was really close to him and able to apply more pressure. Because like not like I would freak out just like Namikaze, like, oh man, like what do I do here? But unfortunately, Gus has won through, and Namikaze is going home. But hey, no, seriously, great match between the two. They rocked it out so hard, and I'm really excited to see what they do in the future. Yeah,
again, we've heard from multiple people that Namikaze is on the come up.
Oh, yeah.
He's big time on the come up.
Super
and that
good.
W will come for him eventually, but just not today. As we saw his age as a young fellow. He's got many years ahead if he'd like to. We now move down to the final round 1 loser side match. Davi versus Bounce Horace Paulin. For Davi, he lost to Juninho Ross. He has beaten Gust and Diddy Mokoff and the Force 90. Horace Paulin lost to Dark. He had beaten HK Dash before that, and then he beat Chocoton after in order to qualify for this top 8. So Davi is currently 12th in points for the World Warrior. He got 5th last year in the CPT. He's a 3-time Brazil Kumite champion. He's known for his big reads, as well as teabags. We'll see if any of those come up. And for Horace Paulin, currently 2nd in points in the World Warrior for Brazil. He got 25th and 9th in the CPTs last year, and he is the 2nd most BR Kumite champion with 9 titles. Champion of EVO Online. He was 2nd in the BR Kumite World Warrior, again, as we discussed. So lots of strength between these two. Let's hear what Davi has to say.
All right, Davi says, I will face my nemesis, Horace Paulin. Regardless of who wins this top 8, Brazil will be well represented. I kind of like how he's also trash talking, but also being very wholesome and confident that, yeah, their scene is very strong. And I wonder what Horace Paulin means. I wonder if it's like he pauses a lot in some of his like decision making or like confirming combos. I don't know what it could be.
We would love to have more insight to that. We tried to find out and didn't get any info, but let us know if you do know. Send us a little tweet if you can. That'd be cool. So as far as I said, Horace Paulin currently 2nd in points. He's sitting in a great spot. We saw his Ed yesterday. We're looking for a Mika versus Ed matchup between these two. Ed is a character that we've been seeing do well across not just the CPT, but in some of the majors that we've had offline over the past half year or so. It's a very effective character this season. And for Mika, she's a character who has had some buffs, including some reversions or nerfs that had happened previously to her. But I think she's in a very interesting place. I really like what they did with her V-skill. I really like what they did to give her the mid-screen wall bounce back, specifically when one certain side. Yeah, I mean, it can be scary if you're the opponent, but I really like that for her. I think that fits her character really well.
It does.
It's fun. It's
but
like cool.
Why Capcom? Why?
Because it's sick is why. Because it's sick. Here we go. Yeah, it's going to be Mika versus Ed. No surprises. V-skill 1, trigger 1 for Mika. And look like V-skill 1, trigger 2 for Ed.
I was gonna say, like, I kind of like how he's just choosing like just the OG V-trigger for Nadeshiko, where she just jumps in instead of like the chair one. But they know that both characters, or like both V-trigger, can just get through Ed's V-trigger. But either works, like I said. Oh, just to go for the double dash and the command grab, but Horace Pollen spacing it out, going for the DP.
Yeah, we saw his neutral game yesterday, and it was, oh boy, this is getting punished, yeah. Well, I like his neutral game a lot. He also had great mix-ups up close. That was a huge part of his W that he had. But in order to get there, you got to have a good neutral, and so far he's looking good.
Get ready, especially in the corner. This is really scary. Oh, get off of me, both players down.
I love that from Horace Pollen. What a great way to neutralize. However, Davi has super. He almost has trigger as well. If he blocks anything, I think he's going to get it. There it is.
Oh,
Will he just look for activation? Not quite. He might be looking for the right spot. Look, Horace Pollen is blocking.
Oh, no! He tried to do V-trigger activation, but there we go. Just another second chance.
Yo!
Whoa, what a command! He messes up! He messes up! Oh, my gosh!
Oh. Smart by Horace Pollen to mash backdash just in case. Like, that's the right
exactly,
idea right there.
Right.
Oh, unfortunate for Davi that it didn't work out.
I know, like, for one thing, for Ed's V-trigger, too. Oh, nice. I was going to say, like, you could definitely backdash, like, his, like, string and then jump over and punish. So that's one thing to keep in mind that Davi could probably do, but gets hit by the sweet.
Hey.
Owie.
Okay.
Oh!
10 seconds ago, Davi had like 90% life and no stun. And just like that, almost dead.
Yeah, he's dead!
What a series by Horace Pollen!
Or Horace Pausin.
This guy.
Man, that was just a speed run. That was a speed run. Horace Pollen, like, just coming through. He's like, oh, I heard you trash talking about me. I'm not going to let you teabag me. No, it would be funny if he teabagged him.
Oh, boy. So, coming up again with that Ed, looking strong. Finds it yet again. It's going to get Oki.
Oh, he tried to check the dash. Just one more sliver of stun. Ow! Oh my gosh, yeah, this is really close. Like, what is Davi going to do here? He does want to activate V-trigger, and then he does.
Okay. But neutralized, like, immediately.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, catches the flicker from the dash in.
Man, this is beginning to look one-sided here as Horace Pollen again finds the corner so fast.
Oh, great conversion. Gavi, this is a really good spot for him because he is at the casino. V-trigger activation off the V-shift.
Hey!
Oh, that was sick.
Again! He's got the knockdown. No Oki immediately, but still moving towards the corner. As we have seen throughout the set.
Wow!
Davi had just started to dash, like had just started it, and that's exactly when Horace Pollen pressed that button. He knew.
2-0, Horace Pollen really close to one match away to proceeding to losers. Davi has to think about something of like, you know, like the dash-ins that I saw, he was dashing in right when he was like doing flicker, and that's just like a really bad situation to be in. So it's like, what do you do?
Yeah, no, I mean, you're right. It's not gone well for him in neutral. All right, just to, to sort of boil it down, it has not gone well for him in that neutral game. As Horace Pollen has been able to get pressure very quickly, as we saw right there. He's been able to find the corner. Not even 10 seconds. Oh, it was almost to the corner. Instead, Davi finally, one of his first good series. No, he backs off.
Oh, what a punish with that. But it's okay. Still going to be in the corner. Yep, command grab. What's the setup? Another one? Do another one. You won't.
This is what he needs. Yeah, Horse Pawn made the same bet that you did.
Oh! He was waiting for DP. Ah, he's doing a team back. Oh, he's so cool. Nobody misses it. What is this crap? Yo.
Round 2.
All right. Yep, Davi's still alive. Horus Pollen's just trying to figure some things out just to close this out. Oh, backdash away from the grab. Okay.
Ooh! That was almost a super sick read. A little bit too far away for the medium and Horus Pollen as a result. God, that's great damage. Look at that damage!
Get ready. Oh, what a great side switch. That was really cool. Horus Pollen does have the trigger on deck. Tries to go for the X man grab, but he read that just fine. Oh, the low confirm into the DP.
Ooh.
That was really good.
Wow.
Now at match point for Horus Pollen.
Absolutely.
Fight.
Just been almost totally in control throughout this. Here we go, though. Davi, gotta make this count. Even that, honestly, could have been more.
Definitely could have been more, but I think he just wanted the corner carry.
Yeah, I hope that still got his head in the game. It's Horse Pollen. Okay, all right.
Whew. Whew. We're back in the jam.
Back in there. Horse Pollen's so patient.
Yeah, he doesn't want to throw anything that will put him in a very serious situation. Crush counter, yep, a way out. Now way back in.
Oh!
1, 2, 3.
Jeez! Oh, that was a really cool idea.
That was really cool, yup.
Gotta watch for activation. And of course, here it comes. Davi is in trouble. He does have super. Not gonna matter. As Horus Pollen will get it 3 games to 0 versus Davi.
Oh man, that was super unfortunate because like when I think about it, Davi was in top 16 winners, but then unfortunately going home with 7th place in top 8. That's still really good though. And against like Horus Pollen, where a lot of people have said that he's one of the best players in the Brazilian FGC. But man, yeah, that was a clean 3-0, and especially against a character that you actually have to like guess. Like whether they're going to do a command grab, whether they're going to do a meaty, or just, you know, regular grab or whatever, really. Horus Pollen pulling through with the 3-0 against Davi, but Davi has a lot of really cool things up his sleeve. I just feel like Horus Pollen knows how he plays because, you know, with the familiarity with those quotes and whatnot, you know, they know it.
Sure. And I think the biggest reason that Horus Pollen moves on is his neutral game control.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely played it great. But you're also right that Davi's mix-ups, this is a character who needs to get close and have the mix-up game run. And it's not like Davi didn't get close. He had the corner a couple of times. He forced mix-ups with Nadeshko a few times. And yet the defense really shone big time for Horus Pollen in that moment. So you see the results of our first round. We have Ronaldinho moving on past Jaleshe. We have Dark moving on past Juninho Ras. Gust moving on past Namikaze. And then Horus Pollen moving on past Davi.
Man, yeah, so far so good. You know, of course, we are in top 8. It is first to 3, so you do see all those 3-0s, 3-2s. And we did mention, like, in top 16, there was a bunch of 2-0s.
That's true. That's true. I'm really surprised to see that that has continued here. I did not expect that at all, but as this moves on, I continue to not expect it in the future. I guess we'll see what will happen in the future.
No, you mean soon, right?
What will happen pretty quickly. Pretty soon now.
How soon? Is it happening right now?
Well, how soon is not a question that I can answer, but I can tell you the word soon is when to expect the Capcom authorized mobile game, Street Fighter Duel. The Hola's already about halfway done. Clasp your hands, do a cartwheel in. Let's get the Jenga going. We're back here with the CPT Brazil. We're in the top 8, already a couple folks out, but we're moving on. On this loser side, my name is Ultra David. We have Marine. Let's remind all of you where we're at by taking a look at the bracket.
All right, here we are. So, man, what a ride so far, honestly. We do have Ronaldinho and Dark in winners finals. Losers quarterfinals, we have Juninho Ras and Gus, and Jaleshe and Horus Pollen. The previous match that we've seen with Horace Paul and Davi, of course, like clean 3-0, Namikaze and Gus 3-0, and then Juninho and Dark 3-2. Those two have been playing it out super hard. It's like a really close matchup between these two.
Definitely.
And then Jaleshe and Ronaldinho 3-0. And we did mention before where in top 16 there were multiples like 2-0s, maybe like 2-1s. But this one, it's starting to look like that same trend we saw yesterday.
I continue to think that that's not going to go on, but, you know, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I guess we'll see. Coming up next, Juninho Ross versus Gamescare Gust. Now, I looked up the match history between these two on the good old fgcombo.com, and they have played a lot throughout not just 2022, but in the year before as well, but especially in 2022. And the last, let me count them, 4 times that they have played in BR Kumite, in PogChamp, in Fado Fashion Cup. Et cetera, et cetera. A lot of other stuff. It's just been Juninho Ross who has taken it over Gust. So that may continue, although we'll see. Gust was killing it in that last one. I really, really liked what we saw out of his gameplay, especially versus a matchup that, in my opinion, is tough. So I thought that he played that great. As far as Juninho Ross goes, so Luke has been the go-to. It's what we've seen all throughout the top 8 and top 16 yesterday. But we know that he plays Ryu. And again, in my opinion, as a Honda player, I think that Ryu is better versus Honda than Luke is. I don't know. Will he agree? Show us character. Luke, indeed.
I told you. Yeah, because, like, you know, people are going to play Luke because, like, he is strong and he's like,
very good.
Very, like, well-rounded.
I'm not going to sit here and be like, Luke's not good. All right. I'm not going to say this.
People are going to add you on Twitter like, David, why'd you say that? Why?
Luke is very strong, of course. And again, in the last several times that they've played, it's been Juninho Ross. It's not always a blow-up. It was 3-1 the last time. It was 2-1 the time a couple times before. Hey!
Ooh, yeah, I wonder if he tried to, like, punish that air-to-air there. But Gus, really great opener. Just capitalize off the errors. Oh, tried to go for a whip punish, but heavy headbutt for the anti-air.
Gust in control. We heard about his excellent monk-like patience to see if he can make it happen. Wow, Luke, looking strong. Can you believe? Oh! Just like that, squashes the meat into the corner. Aye!
Very good composure. Low forward. Yep. More fireball just to add in more damage, returning the favor. Both players sitting at neutral health.
Luke is strong. Oh, looking for it.
Oh, the shimmy. Gus falls for it. We haven't seen any of, like, the shimmies that Gus has fallen for. Like, maybe, like, he did once, but he didn't get punished for it. Oh.
Hoping to bait a little bit there. So he'd love to get V-Skill 2 up. Just not that easy, as you can see. Luke is strong, you see. That's the reason.
Oh, the stuff.
Yo, nice! Juninho Ross blocks it out after that. Walks back comfortably.
Ooh, yeah, if he did EX, he wouldn't have gotten MVP. Yeah, because it would have hit him as well. Oh!
What an escape! Keeps it bouncing. Gust in trouble just like that. Could be throw for the kill. Oh!
He read that. He read that. Because, like, he knew that he has V-Trigger. I feel like you should always be ready for that. Like, oh, okay, he's doing, like, you know, claps. He probably can cancel into V-Trigger. So, yeah, he's ready for that. And, of course, kept Gus in that same corner scenario. Man, that was really good.
See, what happened is Luke is strong.
Okay, David, we get it.
I just wanted to bring my expert analysis. Is that so... Leave me alone, Marine. I just wanted to talk about how strong Luke is.
Do you like him? I love him.
Yeah.
Oh.
You caught me. You caught me. No, excellent play by Juninho Ross. In and out. Okay, at literal max screen, you can get it going.
V-ship away. Yep. Oh, man, that is tough because, like, once he gets into that, like, low range, he knows that he wants to throw out some normals just to stuff whatever he has. Grabs the command grab.
Little too early.
Ooh, perfect opportunity. Because I know that if you V-ship, you can catch it if you jump in just in time.
Back to his mid-range control. Something there at least for Gus. And again, not quite at the right spot.
Oh, on the backside. If you blocked on the backside, he was able to get some sort of small punish out of there, or it would be his turn. Be ready for the rundown. Right here, yep, the rundown because it is hit.
Yeah.
Man, E-Honda, my back still hurts. Can you still come through?
By the way, I'm jealous of these guys. fighting on this cold stage. Can you imagine the
I know,
feeling?
I want to be there.
Oh, it must be so nice.
Oh, just a little pause there, but totally fine. Juninho still getting the way in. Gus out of there.
But right into the excellent defense.
There it is. Great punish. He was waiting for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Backing off just to put himself at the right spot, too. So Gus, he finds it. He could get the activation. A little bit too far away.
Oh, yep. Here we go. He just walked right up. Minding his own business. Smart.
Yeah.
Oh, the overhead.
Gus was so concerned about the crouching medium kick, and why not? Juninho Ross has been wreaking havoc with it, so instead, overhead, great choice.
Because I feel like the overhead is just the same instance with like command grab, where it's the least you expect it, and it works out.
Right back to mid-range control. That's been what Juninho Ross has been all about. He's had excellent pressure when it's been time for that, but when it's not, as for right there, anti-airs have been there, his confirms have been there. It's been very tough for Gus to get things going.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That was a really good confirm. But of course, this is going to be a lot of damage. He can build it up later. He just wants to make sure to punish down Juninho and have him figure out like a different game plan.
Yeah, and maybe it's time now for Juninho Ross to pester a little bit. Not easy for Honda to deal with that. No V skill 1 to clap those.
Oh yeah, it'd be like too slow. Oh yeah, see, he tried to activate it from that, but a little too far out. Oh my gosh.
Beautiful. Oh, Juninho Ross, he was down in life, and he's going to end up taking the game with the genius anti-air. Think back to, what was it, 20 seconds before, after that super that Gus had. Now, Honda loses all the positioning there, but he maybe just felt like that would be fine. He could be confident there. Maybe he could walk back to a stronger spot again, but Juninho Ross never let him easily back into that range. Finally, Gus, feeling like he couldn't just walk and block, gave in, did the jump, but that's exactly what his opponent expected. And then anti-air was there into the super. I love that round by Juninho Ross. Played that so well.
Yeah, and like you said before, where like he loses all positioning after the critical art, I wonder if Juninho's like, okay, I think I'm just gonna throw fireballs just to like build up more meter to apply more pressure to you. But 2-0, holy cow. Oh, what a whiff punish from the chop. Yep, just doing really well just to stay in the corner, but again, like with the claps.
It's a punish. That's the heavy one when you hear him yell out that.
Ooh, no whiff punish on the hop kick. Nice counter heads. Really great opener for Gus to get out of here.
Pushing Juninho Ross away. Again, this is a range where he has really done great controlling. He walked back outside of jab headbutt. Oh, Juninho Ross is just playing this to a T.
Oh, here we go. Back in the corner you go. It's babysitting time.
Defense, just blocking it out.
Hey, he's not scared of the command grab either. Oh no, stops the anti-air. That's coming from Gus. That's so unfortunate. Especially like at that range, it's like, oh, I know I can anti-air. Like, you're not going to cross over me or anything.
But that could have been super for anti-air. Could have been
true.
headbutt for anti-air. So Juninho Ross now, match point for him.
Anti-air on deck.
Yeah, he shut it down so many times when Gus has tried to jump. His own neutral jump, looking for headbutt, looking for hands, that kind of stuff. No!
No. Can't assert your dominance here, Honda.
Yeah, he really has not been able to get these things going. Juninho Ross looking for that? Oh, no.
Oh no, that drop is pretty crucial. Now that Gus is, he almost has V meter stacked up here.
He could have killed if he had wanted to spend super. Will he live to regret? Keep in mind how well Juninho Ross has fought from this range and how well he's fought, even not with the life lead, he's been able to gain life leads back by pestering in just this way. Too far!
Oh no, yeah, just a little too far. I do like the idea just to kind of push him down, but it doesn't work out. Oh, just one more hit.
Yeah, a grab will do it. On either side. Juninho Ross, oh, trying to bait a jump, maybe. Gus not giving in. He is almost lost the life lead.
I was gonna say like maybe. Okay, here we go. Party time. The chip.
Oh! It was all down to his decision not to super before that even was as close as it was. So I love that he finally ended it. Did what he needed to do. But boy, that battle back, even in the loss by Juninho Ross, I was so impressed by.
Oh, yeah, there we go, the anti-air on the jump down. And again, just kind of like fishing things out. Like phase 1 footsie is nothing too serious, but it is serious between these two because Juninho is sitting at match point. Gus needs to figure something out to catch up.
Very rare that Juninho Ross has overcommitted to anything. Offensive red, he's got pressure, Gus.
Oh,
Okay.
V-shift. Yep, because it's not your turn if you block it from the back.
That V skill too that he has fought so hard to activate, gone almost right away.
Yeah, back in the corner, kind of like suffocating him bit by bit.
Yeah, freezing it. Text right away. Gus has semi-corner control. He's got a knockdown.
Oh, tried to anti-air, but now you're in the corner. Juninho, this is what he wants.
Yeah, with the time now at 25, Juninho's ability to just chip away. Okay, he's got Gus challenged. The life lead just like that is here for Juninho Ross. Oh boy, does he even have enough time?
Yeah, 10 seconds on
Is
the
he there?
clock.
Yes! That may be the life lead. He didn't cancel it.
Oh, the EX butt slam. Gus is still alive. Let's go. Yo, that was 2 seconds. Like in that little scramble, yeah, just that little bit where you're like, oh my gosh, time's ticking. I gotta finish this up. But Juninho breaks his composure. Gus still going strong. And you know, like how people have said, he has the patience of a monk.
Right.
He has the damage of doing, you know, EX butt slams or like headbutt and just doing the right optimal punishes. Gus is no one to be like messed with at all.
And the chips are down, and the Honda player's got an EX bar. Oh, how do you not do EX butt slam?
Right.
Trying to be out. Yes, there it is.
Yep, that's what he wants to do, just to space it out.
Turning it into damage for himself.
Nowhere to run.
Quick activation.
Oh!
Just like that, his own V skill set up. And whereas he's often zoned, he is really going in now. There it is. Backing off. Slowly that trigger builds as it does for Luke.
And like how Gus is just like slowly inching in, just wanting to activate the V trigger, and then here he goes. Man. Oh, catching on the low forward. It's like he wanted to jump a little further out so he can like land and block the DP.
Oh, hold on though. Gus with the corner just like that. He backs off maybe a little bit, worried about a DP.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. I definitely pressed the button.
Yeah. Now Gus in trouble. Oh, would he take the risk on V-Skill too? No, he does not.
Yeah, remember that Gus does have 2 bars. Unfortunate. Just at the wrong time, just to, like move a little forward. Juninho again at match point.
And he's done such a great job with anti-airs that now you see him throwing fireballs from ranges that he hadn't really before.
Right.
And now it's big pressure.
Ooh, stops the. I wonder what that was like. EX butt slam or something.
Gus not V-Skill 2ing? No, now you can't. Now that you're fully into the corner. Too far away. And Juninho Ross knew!
Oh, yo, we out here. Luke gaming.
Oh, no interruption.
Yeah, with the patience, monk patience actually, and of course V-trigger slowly draining away.
Oh no, he was too
no.
far for the light hands to connect. Oh boy. The idea there makes sense from Gus from a little bit closer, but at that spot, it wasn't going to do it. Juninho Ross, what play by him. His neutral game, again, I was so impressed by. The anti-airs were there consistently. His zoning was fantastic. The pressure that he had, that he was able to build as well, often enough, excellent too. And just made it so that Gus felt clearly uncomfortable, whether it was in neutral game or whether it was defensively. That jump right there came because Gust had been whittled away so much by Sandblaster. He didn't want to be on the ground anymore. And yet, Juninho Ross knew exactly what was coming with that. Jump early Fierce, something you don't typically see, but it is a dangling Fierce.
Ooh,
And other than that, boy, real tough for Gust.
Yeah, super unfortunate because I know that there were times where he attempted to do like an empty jump so that he could block the way down where Juninho does DP anti-air. But Juninho, like, again, he's just throwing out those fireballs over and over again because, you know, Ihana, obviously he is also a grappler. You're throwing him out, zoning him out because you do not want to be around him because he's a sweaty big man.
He definitely can get sweaty.
Just like us, we're sweaty right now.
That is for sure, yeah.
But hey, Juninho Ross in losers semifinals waiting for either Jaleshe or Horus Pollen.
That's where we're headed next.
And of course, in the winners finals, we have Ronaldinho and Dark just chilling, just waiting to see who will be their next opponents, whether one of them beats him up. But Jaleshe, Horus Pollen, we got the Rashid and Ed matchup.
And we got a lot of results between these two on fgcombo.com, which again does a great job at not just looking at majors but locals as well. And it has kept track of 29 plus sets between these two.
Oh,
Again,
nice.
across BR Kumites, across PogChamps, across D-Live Fight Club, Pyrofation Cup, all sorts of different stuff. The World Warrior events that are being run by BR Kumite, a lot of stuff. And across all of that, 53% win rate for Horus Pollen over Jaleshe's 47%, but that is so close. And in fact, the last time that they played, Jaleshe took it 2-0 in the World Warrior in the top 16 over Horus Pollen, but then in the top 8, they played again. And Horus Pollen took that 3 games to 2. So even in the last tournament that they played, it was basically 1-1 in terms of sets. So expect this one to be close. I think that's what I'm looking for here.
Oh, man. Yeah, and like we always say that in top 16, you know, we did see like 2 O's, and in top 8s, we do see some 3 O's, but this one will definitely be like a 3-2. I'm calling it right now.
You're
3-2.
calling it.
Either one of them, yeah. But yeah, if one of these people win, they will definitely move on to the bracket. One of them will be going home with 5th place. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
You are absolutely right.
yay! So, oh man, I'm just trying to think about the matchup too with Rashid and Ed. I feel like both characters itself is just very chaotic. I always say every character is just chaotic because I just hate dealing with them.
I mean, yeah.
You know?
Your character is trying to create the chaos.
Dude, Laura's
I know you.
innocent.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
she's
Oh,
innocent.
yo,
What are you
yeah.
guys talking
Oh,
about?
I don't know. Who knows?
Dude, no.
What's that character ever gotten up to?
Hey, do you remember season 2? Because I don't.
Yeah. Still making some pretty good results happen out there, at least for some. What? I don't know anybody who plays Laura other than you.
Who?
I'm not sure. In any case, between these two, of course, we're looking at Ed for Horus Pollen. We're looking at Rashid. 2 characters who are definitely strong. And as we've mentioned, between these 2 players, very close results throughout 2022 and the years before. It should be a good one. We'll see what happens between them as we're about to head in. For Jaleshe, keep in mind that he is currently 3rd in points in World Warrior. And that last time on the CPT, he got 2nd place and 4th place.
Ooh, right.
Not quite what he was looking for. In the past, he was able to make it further than that. So he's looking to make it happen for himself. Again, what's on the line here today is a spot in Capcom Cup. And for Horus Pollen, that hasn't been his history. He got 9th in the CPT last year, so not quite the top 8.
He was just outside of top 8,
Just outside of
unfortunate.
it. And in the other CPT, of course, there were 2 in Brazil last year. He took 25th. So neither time did he make the top 8, but boy, you could really see how he has stepped it up big time. He's already taken out HK Dash and Chocoton before even this top 8 started. You saw him take out Davi in loser's side very convincingly. The Ed versus the Mika was just him almost totally in control in neutral game. Very, very good defensively. And those are going to be 2 extremely important things in this matchup as well, as Jaleshe's Rashid has excellent pressure, has excellent whiff punishing. That's a big part of his way that he gets things started. Yeah, he's looking for it there.
Ooh, yeah, big crouch counter. Great opener, especially for Horus Pollen. Ooh, okay.
Horus just turns it into plus frames for himself. Now with the bar of meter, he spends a little more. He's got it right up close. Okay, wow.
Ooh, double V reversal, okay. but Jaleshe. Yeah, Horus Pawn keeping Jaleshe in the corner. This is where he wants him to be, especially earlier in the round. But I wonder if he's going to use V-Reversal again just to get out of there. But he backs away, though. Interesting.
Yeah, Horus Pawn's got such a life lead now, I don't think he really needs to overextend.
Right, that's true, that's true.
You see him even putting in some holes there just in case. It's his own EX after all. I was about to talk about the EX Mixer could be an option, but no, Horus Pawn comes out to play first.
Yep, stay down.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
what a punch. I wonder if he tried to like whip something out, especially like keep V-Shift. Could be still his turn, but Jaleshe knew that he might have the frame advantage.
Horus Pawn is just so ready for all of this stuff. See Jaleshe trying to be in and out, trying to be good with not letting Horus Pawn know where he's going to be. And that just has not worked.
Oh, he definitely tried to check that, but gets a counter hit off of that. Just one more hit. Oh, what a challenge, Jaleshe. Not scared about the stun.
Again, the jump.
Yeah, I was waiting for like the, not EX Mixer, but just like the regular Mixer.
Oh, here it is.
Because it's such a universal anti-air. Oh, what a great reversal.
That's worked so well. The jumps at that range, Jaleshe has just not dealt with. Yeah, you're right. We could see Fierce Mixer in that situation. We could see block into EX Mixer too. Right. It's not like it's just been blocking only for Horus Pawn afterward. He has waited a couple times just in case, but not always. And he's pressed mediums too, which are definitely not going to be safe medies versus that, even if it's slow, the EX Mixer. So that's a little worrying sign to me. I'm also thinking about how Jaleshe seemed so intent about V-reversaling out of the corner in that round number 1, rather than taking the chance to get his own trigger up, rather than battling out as we often see him do with just regular good defense.
Right.
He gave up his full trigger in order to get out. 2 V-reversals were gone.
Yeah.
So that is maybe not a great sign for how he's thinking about things in this moment.
I think maybe, of course, we do hear the silence, assuming that they're going to change up, V skill or V trigger.
Or maybe just taking time to think about it.
Yeah, and it's totally fine.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe like a V, maybe a V trigger switch, because he could probably be more mobile instead of like the tornado, because Horus Pawn, he could just probably like V-reversal at the right time and then block the tornado, or just like get grabbed and then just stay down. Because we did see Jaleshe, he did back throw Horus Pawn for some reason out of the tornado, and I was like, oh, why are you throwing away your pressure? So we'll probably see Jaleshe switch up with another V-trigger to get out of those certain situations and kind of get to Horus Pawn as fast as possible to apply more pressure. And we'll see if it is that. No, same V-skill, same V-trigger. So as you said, just kind of like think some things through, some leg room, and kind of take a deep breath. I feel like a lot of people forget to take a deep breath whenever they play. Me, personally,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm suffocating up!
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, yeah, just to land down.
It's so fast that this is already the corner. It's already there.
Ooh, crush counter. Yes, we are out of there like Vladimir.
Pressure. Jaleshe, is it already neutralized by Horus Pawn's defense? No, he's still stuck.
There he goes.
Yeah, he's been jumping so much. I love seeing Jaleshe. No! Right back to the well was Horus Pawn. This time there's water.
He almost saw the light out the tunnel, but with the EX Mixer, he is going to stay in there. With the stun combo, that is going to move on to the next round. Ouch. Yeah, because like we saw the answer, we were like, yeah! But then he got hit again with the jump.
Yeah.
Oh, so unfortunate.
It was from a bit closer that Horus Pawn jumped a second time. There's the Fierce Mixer. This is what we got to see to shut down that air approach.
There it is again. Nice.
Okay, super important to see.
Let's go!
All right.
Jaleshe!
He's back in the driver's seat.
Oh, with the little shimmy Horus Pawn, not taking any of the baits. Doesn't matter about the stun depleting slowly. Ooh, mid-screen fireball. Yeah, just to kind of like push him down.
Right? Activates just like that. He's going to get pressure here. Wakes up with jump plus frames again.
That was so sick. Especially like he doesn't want him to backdash. He doesn't want to do his V-shove.
Ooh, that may be stun.
Yes, that is stun. And he does have critical art.
Yeah, he can steal it real easily. Doesn't need to do anything fancy at all. Bounce him a little bit, and it's going to be into the super. Wow. Horus Pawn. Especially getting a W after it did seem like Jaleshe was waking up a bit, like he had the anti-airs that he needed to shut down what had become a significant air approach from his opponent. He was doing a better job of that, but nevertheless, Horse Pawn still got that game.
Man. Yeah, and we did see some changes from Jaleshe where he is doing like the universal anti-air and of course landing the anti-airs as well. But Horus Fallen, you know, he's still sticking with his game plan. He's like, all right, I'm not going to jump as much, so I'll just try to keep the groundwork in check. Ooh, yep, right there with the checks too. Just dashing in from Jaleshe. Not going to work out for Horus Fallen here, but more pressure applied.
Horse Pawn's got some nice block strings that result in him being at the right spot to get the jump medium kick cross. Yeah, good work, good work. A big part of why he's able to set that up pretty consistently to get to that right spot.
Oh, the interruption on the charge there. All right, Jaleshe, this is really good, especially, you know, being the corner character that he's playing. Yep, back away, be triggered, apply more pressure.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh no!
But
That's
right
okay.
in there, right in there, right in there. Whew. Okay.
Whew. I would rather waste a bar and have it not connect, but still kill into the next round. Ooh, stay down.
That was again though, Horus Pawn looking for the jump. Yep, there it is. When he's at that spot, you can see Jaleshe slows down a little bit. Again, yep, but this time Jaleshe's there.
Oh, yeah, look at the damage,
I'm telling
too.
you. Yeah.
I like the chase down, too, coming from the V reversal. Does not want to leave him anywhere. Grab, back into the corner you go.
Yeah, and I wonder if that dash was set up by all these jumps. By Jaleshe really looking maybe for the anti-air in that situation, not looking for ground. Okay, well, in any case, activation comes. Going to be some good damage into the corner, actually. Yeah, look at that red life.
Oh, I wonder if you tried to go for like a wake up buttons or grab right there. Jaleshe definitely changing up the plan, and it is working sincerely. Horus Fallen, of course, 2-1. Still has to figure things out to see if he can close it out, but Jaleshe is slowly catching up.
Yeah, it's still a struggle for him in that specific range where Horus Pawn has jumped well, has also, you know, controlled things on the ground well. We saw the dash finally in for Horus Pawn at that specific spot, reading that Jaleshe was looking for other options at that specific moment. So that continues to be, I think, a source of pain for Jaleshe. But his pressure is working out more when he finds the trigger into significant offense. That has helped him out. His own movement is improving as well. If he could button it up on that anti-air, it could be a big part of this.
Oh, try to go for like just a walk up for the grab, but anti-air on the cross side. Oh, no connector though.
That's exactly what he needs. He's got to get this corner. Got to really make it count.
You can see that Horus Fallen is trying to check it. Oh, just a neutral jump back into the corner. But now back into mid-screen. Now back into the corner.
A little bit too far. Okay, that's actually the first one of those we've seen from Jaleshe. First way he's pressured that way in this whole set.
Oh no, unfortunate. If he did block that, he would have gotten a punish. But Jaleshe has to be careful because he does have critical art. He can end it here.
Yo! Yeah, you're right. He's going to do that. It's going to be match point here for Bounce Horus Fallen.
I was going to say, like, Jaleshe is like the ball in the paddle, like, boing.
Yeah, yeah.
What a cool V-trigger. Oh, yep, just right underneath. But back into the neutral, back into the mid-screen.
Yes. Building pressure for himself. Not quite for the confirm.
Yeah, we're getting that hit, the counter because he is trying to check it, but these dashes are just like the least you expected right here.
Yeah, this is what Jaleshe has done well.
Yeah, back throw.
Yeah, defaulting to blocking there. Tried to challenge. It wasn't in time. And Horus Pawn, just like that, one hit. Maybe is it stun already? It is!
Stun. Wow, that's stun a lot from the back throw.
That's done so much. And Horus Pawn will, in fact, send Jaleshe out of the tournament.
3-1 over Jaleshe. Man.
Wow, that is impressive. Again, Jaleshe comes into this as somebody who has, you know, done it in the past, who last time finished in the second place position, in the CPT who last time finished in the 4th place position as well. He is the champion of the BR Kumite final twice, the only player in Brazil to have that. So for Horace Paulin, to make this happen from loser's side is very impressive. He is the 2nd biggest BRK champion with 9 titles. So this is not entirely new stuff to him, but man, he is looking super good today.
Yeah, and like Jaleshe, you know, he did change up his game plan where like he is doing a universal anti-air that we've mentioned so many times in the matches between these two. But I just feel like Horace Paulin already has everything like in the ground, well, fundamentals, and just knowing what to do. Jaleshe unfortunately going home with 5th place. But hey, that's still a really great showing between those two. Jaleshe, I know that he got pretty far in the previous CPT Brazil. Like he got 4th. So just really close, of course, like consistent placing too, though. But I know that he definitely wanted to get 1st place in this tournament. But again, you know, going through a bunch of these strong Street Fighter 5 players, it's been a bloodbath for sure. But getting 5th at this tournament is really good, though.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. But yeah, as you said, he wants other ways, other results. He, of course, could still make it through on the World Warriors side, but that's going to take a lot of work. That is a long-term series, as we'll talk about later on. First, I wanted to talk about something else. Something coming up soon. You know what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking, of course, about Street Fighter Duel, the Capcom-authorized mobile game. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the top 8 for CPT Brazil for 2022. We have seen about half of these matches go down so far. Let's remind you where we are. We'll take a look at the bracket and see what's up.
So, we do have 4 matches or not 4 matches actually. I'll be like, oh, I'm down to look at some more matches, but we have 2. So we got Ronaldinho and Dark in the winners finals, and losers semifinals. We have Juninho Ross and Bounce Horace Paulin. You know, we did see like the previous matches there where they're both 3-1s, and the previous ones are 3-0s. But again, like Juninho and Dark going 3-2, and then Jaleshe and Ronaldinho going 3-0. These matches have been seriously like back and forth. We did say before in the top 16, you know, you have seen like some 2-0s, 2-1s, but mostly 2-0s actually.
Yeah.
And then here, we're starting to see a change up, just a slow change up. But we will be seeing some more matches here with Juninho and Ross and Juninho Ross and Horace Paulin.
First, we're going to check out the winners finals where we'll have Ronaldinho BR versus Dark. I looked up the match history between these two. Over 24 plus sets recorded on FG Combo. Dark, 56% win rate.
Hey.
However, big however here, the last 3 times that they have fought in BR Kumite, in D-Live Fight Club, in PogChamp, Ronaldinho has taken it 3-0, 2-0, and 2-1. So most recent history has been Ronaldinho taking it, but longer term history has been Dark taking it. So read into that what you will. Which one of them is going to be the more successful today? We will see. Nash versus G, the characters to expect. Again, these are the couple who have not yet unlocked those costumes. You may be rooting for them if you're one of those 2 characters fans. We'll see how it goes. In any case, going to be high-level stuff, I'm sure. I've been so impressed at Ronaldinho's play. Every time I see him play, he's one of the few in the world who's making Nash as effective as he is, right? He's like, there's a short list of high-level Nash players, and he's, you know, right at the top of them. So it's always a blast to watch. But I feel the same way about Dark. You know, there are not that many G players who have stuck with him and who have really made him work at the highest level. Not a fault of the character in either side, right? Both of these characters are very legit. It's just not common to see either of them. So super exciting that here in winners finals of the CPT Brazil, that is the match that we're going to get. Nash versus G, Ronaldinho versus Dark.
Oh, the fireball to negate the other fireball. Yeah, and like, you know, in the notes here, Ronaldinho is just like pushing out some buttons, and it's just like really, really annoying.
He's really hunting for that. Dark thought that he was close enough for the better link. Stand strong into crouching strong rather than just like stand light kick or something. Right. A little bit too far.
Oh, yeah. I could definitely see him just trying to like whip punish. Yeah, like that annoying hop kick that pushes Nash a little bit forward. Yeah, like that. Oh, nice!
Hey.
Light kick into the X move.
Okay, all the way in. And right back to that same range that Dark has been trying to play at as he forces Nash into the corner. Oh,
Oh, there we go. Yeah, because I saw that he walked back a little bit, just trying to punish the throw. There we go, the cross jump over. Oh, shut down.
Now it's trigger ready. How does Ronaldinho approach the potential activation on Dark's side? Ah!
First command grab of the match.
Oh,
Another
again!
one!
Well, he may be able to kill on this.
Yes.
This is going to be close.
Sliver health? Not
You're
even
right.
sliver health.
Oh, no!
no!
Too far,
Oh,
but
no!
so was Ronaldinho. He was too far.
I was going to say, like, if he had connected that, he would have used critical art just to also close it out. Oh, applying more pressure. I know that Dark does have V-Trigger still in stock. Ronaldinho slowly depleting away, too.
Might as well throw one out for the road. 22 seconds. Either one hit away potentially, depending on what it is. Dark certainly one hit away.
Yeah, Dark has to work really hard, but checks the V-Skill dash! Or the V-Trigger dash! Oh my gosh. And like, it's so hard to stay composed in those really tiny situations where you don't have a lot of health or that you don't have any resources, too.
Look at crouching strong as an attempted anti-air. Surprised to see that. Ronaldinho all the way in. He has the stun as he did in the first round. He's in here. He's going to need a little bit more.
Just one more hit, and that is the hit for Ronaldinho. 1-0. Man.
Stuns in both of the rounds that he ended up taking.
Yeah, right? Oh, yeah.
And, you know, getting to the corner quickly. His pressure, Nash's pressure is very strong once he is there, especially once you have a couple of bars of meter stocked up. There's so much variety that he can do with the EX Fireball pressure. What do you do the second one at all? Like, what timing is it on the follow-up? You're going to get plus range either way. That is just very tough to deal with. His mix-up there were great.
Nice, and then at that range, it's kind of like you can't really react and jump over, but Ronaldinho was able to find a way right over. Oh, that's smart. I wonder if he tried to get like the fireball to be at a mutual level of hit where he could do the scythe kick there. Anti-air.
And Ronaldinho backing off slightly. Dark with a little bit of a pressure series. Knew it wasn't his turn anymore. Oh, man. As we've always seen. Yo, he jumps in.
Oh,
no, that could have been so much more.
Okay, he wants to go at it for a second chance, but doesn't work out. Oh, no. I wonder if he tried to do like a EX side move to anti-air. V-Ship away from the command grab. Especially like V-Ship is so risky in the corner, but it worked out just fine for Ronaldinho. Activating critical art to be a lot of damage. Dark. Gotta figure things out to slim it down.
Now, Dark is still really 2 hits away from doing this. Okay, so the block means no more trigger. Ronaldinho knows, as he's often had, one hit will do it. And who better than this whole top 8 at finding that individual hit to add up and make it really count? It's Ronaldinho.
Yeah, he's really good at just throwing out those hop kicks. And, you know, in their notes, he said that he is super annoying, but that's how you want to play in this game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a great jump in. And capitalizing that off of Dark's normals. No, that could have been a push.
Hardly seems to matter. Oh, hold on, though. Dark can activate here. No, he chooses not to yet. He's got that EX low. Ronaldinho knows. Wow!
Oh, again, maybe.
He's hunting for extra damage.
Yeah.
You know? He could have gotten lighter stuff there, but he wanted to try to get the big stuff. So Dark now with the activation going remains a threat. But Ronaldinho just blocking it out. Patience.
Oh, here we go. Gaia Infinite. Into the corner. He's doing a lot of damage, and he has to guess again. Just a regular throw.
Oh, really good stuff there from Dark. No, just like that, Ronaldinho takes it with his crouching fierce. He looks for the activation. And what a close on game number 2 for Ronaldinho.
Oh, man. I just like can't imagine because G also being a grappler and Ronaldinho just throwing out fireballs here and there. But Ronaldinho has the pressure to go in, especially when he has V-trigger. But I remember that one instance in the beginning of the match where he did do the V-trigger, like dash in, but Dark was able to check that. So maybe now like he's just kind of like being more relaxed and doesn't want to solely rely on that. You know, just relying on the fireballs and the hop kicks too. Like those have been super annoying to watch, but hey, it works. It's fine. Keep doing it.
Yeah, his control of that range is really what this match has been about. And he's had such good control that he's also been able to jump as well at times where Dark doesn't expect. Both his ground control and his occasional jumps into significant damage have been huge. Again!
Oh,
this
nice.
time.
Oh, no, again. We've seen so many of those instances where it doesn't connect after he gets a hit.
Yeah. At least the Crouching Fierce connected, so he got a little bit more. But boy, he is really hunting for max damage on these things.
Yep, anti-air.
Hey,
Oh, no
not
pressure
quite
on the way
there.
down.
Yeah.
Backdash away from the grab. Oh, okay, air grab. That's the first one that we've seen today.
You got to be really on your toes to get that. It really shows that Ronaldinho is able to react. Now, I'm a little worried about throwing that fireball when Super's on the other side. I was just talking about the reactions that Ronaldinho has. Remember when he did do Super through Alexis's Sagat fireball?
Yes, I remember that. Oh, that was too tight. But I know that Dark does have V-trigger activated there, but can't activate it not just yet. Ronaldinho sitting at match point with critical art in the next round. This is huge.
Yeah, really tough spot for Dark. Big jump in finally for Dark. He's going to get big damage. He's going to get the corner. That is about half stun. If he can find two more. One, that was one. And they're just like that. Ronaldinho's out. Safe against stun. It's his pressure right away. Oh man, Dark is in big trouble.
Oh, what a great whiff punish. Yeah, this is going to be really good to capitalize on. And you want to be careful because I know Ronaldinho just wants to get away as much as possible. Jump away. Yup.
Now again with that trigger ready to go. Ronaldinho looking for crouch blocks a lot just in case of EX low smash. But it's him activating first.
Prepare yourself. Oh, I wonder if he did try to check that V-trigger dash in. Oh, he definitely tried to. But Ronaldinho looking mad dominant as ever. 3-0 over Dark. So Dark will be joining the other two in the loser side.
Mentioned that the last 3 times that they've fought in tournament, it has been Ronaldinho who's taking it. And again, same happens 4 times in a row now. And even though Dark has the lifetime lead, boy, the last 4, and especially in the CPT, that's what you'd much rather have, of course. So Ronaldinho moving on. Love seeing his Nash. It's just so cool to watch how he plays the character. He's had so much control in mid-range. And again, he turns that control not just into buttons on the ground, but into jumps, into his own anti-air, into pressure. He was cornered briefly in that last game.
But he has a V-reversal that literally gets him out of there.
He was out of there.
It's such a good V-reversal, especially in the corner, because I know that once you V-reversal, obviously, like, you're pushing your opponent out of your way, but you're still on that same side of still being in the corner. You could go back there because your opponent's like, no, I just want you to be there. But with that V-reversal from Nash,
that one specifically,
so clutch. It's so good.
Different story than for many others. Love it from Ronaldinho. So he is hanging out in grand finals on winner's side, as you said. We are now going to head down to the losers and tie things up down there. So losers semis is where we're headed. That is going to be between Juninho Ras and Bounce Horace Pollen.
Oh, I just realized that both the characters are blonde. Blonde
I mean,
fighters.
you just take like a random sample of characters in this game.
Oh, no, yeah, that's true. I was like, oh, yo. But Horace Pollen, I know he defeated Jaleshe and advances through the losers. And I know Juninho had defeated Gus. Gus, who was the champ for Capcom Finals and was able to get top 4. So he's going against Horace Pollen. This is going to be really good. I don't think I've ever seen this matchup before between Luke and Ed. Maybe because like I haven't seen a whole lot of matchups with Luke because I've been just seeing more of like the older matchups, but I'm really excited to see this one.
The last couple matches that they've played have been Horace Pollen taking out Davi 3-0, and then as you mentioned, Jaleshe 3-1. So 2 pretty resounding results right there. Juninho Ras was sent to losers at the beginning of this top 8. You guys watched that, but that was 3-2. That was a close one. That was final round. So, whereas for many of these games, matches that we've seen so far, the results have not been close. That was the closest one that we've had so far. So him being in losers is, he is in losers, but it was very close. It could have easily been him in winners finals instead. Then he took out Gus, as you mentioned, 3-1. So they're both coming at this, I think, from pretty positive angles, even though in losers side. And Horace Paulin, look, continuing to look great. I've just been loving it from the Ed. That said, I mean, look, we're talking about the match versus Gus that we saw from Juninho Ross's Luke, where he had so much control, where he played excellently. So again, I think they're both coming at this from a pretty good position.
And one thing to mention is that Juninho didn't even switch to any characters. He has been going with Luke, headstrong. Oh no, he tried to anti-air, but it doesn't work out. Horace Paulin gets a great opportunity, pushing Juninho Ross into the corner.
All right, Juninho Ross finds it himself. Fast forward, here we are.
Yep.
Here we are.
Do it again.
Jumping on reaction right there was Juninho Ross. Here we go. Horace Paulin activates on trigger. One view reversal, but no one left. And now it's maybe Horace Paulin's time to shine. Yeah, he goes in for the break.
Yep, and he doesn't have any view reversal or V-shift to get out of there, but pushes him away. Now he has view reversal, but goes for the grab. Interesting.
Maybe that was Horace Paulin leaving room in case of DP?
Either DP or he would have done like a tick throw, just like
yeah,
jab.
Could have been like
a
shimmy attempt or something. Maybe expecting the fast tech, which turned into a grab. Hey,
ooh, yeah,
Horace Paulin trying to dash up. I'm thinking back to the previous set we watched when he had so much control that he was able to dash in, and he does it again. Think back to all his jumps too versus Jalesha.
Yep, very nice. I use a bar, you use a bar.
Yeah.
Again, with the V reversal, but again, Juninho still trying to get some leg room, but Horace Paulin just like slowly waltzing in with that much white health too. It is out of there, no more white health, it's a lot of damage.
Right. Super important to set the tone on that early.
Ooh.
Not letting Horace Paulin jump. Juninho Ross backs off, back to this comfy spot. Suddenly his own jump over.
Ooh, with the counter hit, because I know for a fact that Juninho wanted to check that, but was a little too slow. We've been seeing a lot of reversal options come from Juninho too. It's very smart.
That's been almost his entire V-meter usage.
That could have been, yeah, V-trigger. Okay, that's totally fine. We're back in the mix. What? Fierce?
What happened? Did he try EXDP and it just came out with Fierce? I am not sure what happened right there. But whatever it was, Juninho Ross is going to be happy about the result, naturally.
You know, actually, I've done that so many times where, like, I'm just trying to V-reversal, but I accidentally get Fierce, and then they get crush counters. Like, oh, calculated, I guess.
Yeah. I definitely understand that. So I love how we saw Juninho Ross shut down some important stuff from Horace Paulin that he did a great job at in previous sets. So we saw Horace Paulin using his jump very well versus Jalesha, setting up cross-ups pretty consistently at ranges where, you know, Jalesha, if he reacted with the Fierce Mixer, could anti-air, but other than that was kind of stuck. And important, I think, to see in game number 1 that Juninho Ross already had crosscut DP to shut that down, right? Very first time that he saw that approach, he was ready for that. So if you can shut that down, if you can continue to shut down Ed's mid-range control, I think he's looking pretty good.
Right, and of course we do hear the science where we may see a character change, V-skill change. Nope, again, just kind of chilling things out. Oh, no, wait, he did
Trigger
change
1 is different, in fact.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
He's got the big ball.
Ooh, ball time, play ball.
I don't know what it's called. Psycho ball.
Psycho ball.
I probably not. I have no idea, though. Could have just read the screen, but I didn't.
Ooh, I like the dash in with the hook, but nothing out there. DP.
Maybe a sign there that Horace Paulin is expecting more out of Juninho Ross than was actually there. However, Whiff Punish comes. And with all that movement out of Juninho Ross, out of all of the zoning that he's had, been able to control a lot of this. That said, Trigger is ready on, yes, V-Trigger 1.
Yep, just like walking up to it just to negate the
man.
fireball.
He took so little damage on that. That's such a win. If you only take the jump strong, you're happy. Especially because it resulted in him getting the corner, at least briefly.
Ooh, reversal Bisha, great opportunity. They're going back to mid screen, and then of course just like low forward, just block it. That's all you can do. Oh, okay, there we go.
He's been so good with that.
Force Fallen also slowly building up the critical R2 if needed.
He's definitely a big threat if he can find the right hit, but it has not been easy.
Here it is, there's the right
go.
hit.
What do you think? What do you think?
I'm gonna say yes.
Whoa! Okay, I wasn't sure. Nice, nice.
Because like it could have been a silver health and be like, oh, that's close, dang. But hey, it worked out. And I know that using critical art just to kind of seal the deal, you don't want to like let anything leak out. Ooh, okay. Oh, what a counter hit. But
A
now
little bit too far, but Horsepawn has been able to slowly get Junior Ross back into the corner. No, and you know what's funny is that that's the kind of thing that Horsepawn did in the last set. This time is Junior Ross getting away with it, jumping out.
Oh yeah, Bisha. Oh my god.
Combo here, yeah.
Yeah, and the other side too. Switch over. That is super good.
Not a free escape at all. Maybe he's noticed that Horsepawn has not been as buttonsy in some of these situations as we've seen him in previous matches. Horsepawn pressuring. Really into the knockdown. No EX on Juninho's side. Yo! Let's go! Knowledge coming out on Bounce Horsepawn. Tying it up games 1-1.
So he reversed it on like the first fireball because he knew there was like a second one that was going to come out. That was so smart. Because
Nice.
I remember I also saw an instance where Idom was playing Chris CCH where he threw the V-trigger fireball. He was able to V-ship and jump over and hit Chris CCH.
Yeah.
And that's another instance that you can do. But no, that also works just fine. Oh, the jump in when Horsepawn tried to dash in just to follow the fireball. Do we get a grab out of that? You're on borrowed time, throwing out the ball. Yep, just apply more pressure. You can't punish that DP, even though you can, but you can hit. Cycle up her again.
Horsepawn's so patient there. Tries to dash in finally. Maybe overtaking a turn. He had not really established mid-range control of buttons. Here he is, though. Into full screen, and now any Sandblaster is going to do it. Any medium kick will do it. Not an easy spot. Here we go. Spends the red bar on him. He's in.
He literally did that the previous match. Now he knows, and that is so good. I'm starting to see the light that Ed may be a little better than this, but I said it a little too soon. Huh?
Yeah, there you go.
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, and like you said, you know, how he's just like super patient and he gets a crush counter just for the reward.
Ooh. He has, again, seen Horsepawn back off in a lot of these situations where we didn't before in other matches. So waking up with Crash Medium Kick makes a lot of sense there. Weathering the storm so well at V-Trigger 1. Look at the defense on Junior Ross's side.
Oh, yeah, as you said before, yeah, the defense is crazy. Juninho was waiting patiently, just waiting for the right opportunity.
That's actually going to neutralize one of the hits.
Or if he's just going to stay down. Yep,
Absolutely.
you're just going to
Yeah,
stay
but
down.
you can get a push. Yo! Let's go! But just like that, it is again Horsepawn playing patiently in some moments where Juninho Ross expects him to sit still.
Oh, okay.
The
Yep,
chase
the
comes,
chase
maybe
down.
hunting for backdash, nothing.
Oh gosh, look at that! Just sitting there staring him down.
Horsepawn. A grab might kill him. Like, he's at risk.
But we've
Especially
seen,
now.
Yeah, we've seen instances where like he would just like dash up, but it would get a counter hit because he tried to check him, but not quick enough.
Juninho Ross is not using the follow-up on these Sandblasters. Okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
He'd already seen the view reversals. He could not pressure in the same way that he had been before, but that's fine. The rest of his game was still there. The movement that he had right at the very end after having backed all the way up, who expects the sudden forward dashes, not Horse Pollen. So that is 2-1 for Juninho.
Man, yeah, it's looking pretty sick because like we've spoke before, where Juninho has been very patient, very how should I put it? Like very patient on like what decisions he wants to make. Like he's not doing like any EX fireball, just like putting it out there. He's waiting for the right opportunity to just do it, and it works out just fine. Oh no, missed input error.
Right. Ready for it. Seemingly always. Back to Horse Pollen, trying to move forward on reaction. Jumping forward is Juninho. And he's right back to where he feels comfy. Takes off 2 hits of the fireball, maybe a 3rd, yes.
Yep, just go a little closer just to extinguish the fireball.
Yeah, he's playing that anti-fireball game so well. Other than the one time when he got big time after the V-Rev, his defense against it has been great.
Oh, nice check with the target combo. One more can be it. The Horse Pollen's still alive. We can't count him out just yet.
Again, V reversals. It's just been huge. Too far.
No!
Not punished.
Oh, smell my feet. Juninho going into the next round. Match point.
Yeah, what does Horse Pollen do? It does look to me like sometimes he's a little more hesitant than when we had seen him against other players. Some of these mid-range things, some of his pressure series, I think are not quite as strong as before, but when he does try to extend a little bit further, as he just did twice, Juninho Ross is there to shut it down. You can maybe see why he is a little bit more hesitant. Yeah, again!
Yeah.
Juninho Ross shutting it down.
Just one more hit, and that's going to be stunned.
Hit or grab. Either way. And Horse Pollen really wants to hold on to it. He does! Can he set up cross-up? Oh! The forbidden combo on the bounce? No, maybe not. Would have been sick.
Yes, he's accepted his fate because you know the ball is out of the stage. Yep, V-reversal. We have been seeing a lot of V-reversal options coming from Juninho because he does not want to get pressured in any way.
Well, we do see Horse Pollen moving in more. Yeah,
yes! Hard! There we go! Horse Pollen is still alive. He is moving into the next round. That's okay. Seal the deal. Use it. You do not want to lose the chance.
The way that got started was him jumping in on the cross-up medium kick, which is, again, we had seen Juninho shut down early in this set. And Horse Pollen now is the one getting the anti. He's the one jumping. That is what we had seen before from Juninho. Maybe things are changing.
Oh, catches the low forward, and that is, gosh, that is so much damage, especially just catching that. Right here on borrowed time.
Sandblast walks up to try to block. Get the block. Okay, defense is on point for Juninho. The ball is gone.
Oh, I kind of like how Horse Pollen just tried to like hook him in just to get him a little closer to the ball, but again, with those awesome V-reversal options.
The catch, very consistent versus that dash has been Juninho. His defense has been so good. Getting that life down on Horse Pollen side, whittling down some just a grab will do it.
Oh my God!
Just from the depths of who knows where, Juninho pulls it out. And with a dominant 3-1, he is gonna move on.
Against Dark, too. Coming from winner's side, but Juninho, gosh, that was such a great showing, especially with these two. And Horse Pollen going home with 4th place in top 4. Man, just playing against, like, Horse Pollen, especially saying that he is the one of the strongest in the Brazilian scene. But then Juninho coming through with 3-1, actually.
Yeah, man.
Jeez. It's crazy
Juninho
good.
Definitely looking good. 7-time BR Kumite champion. He's got an aggressive game. Talked about some of his other results. He's currently 5th in points in World Warrior Brazil. He got 9th place and 17th places last year on the CPT, so way beyond that. He's really stepped things up, looking great.
Yeah, and again, I always say that like getting 4th place against a bunch of players from your scene, very stacked tournaments, it's still something that you should be proud of.
Sure,
so seriously, great showing to these both players. Let's see if Juninho can get through Dark, but Dark, he's like, no, I also want to win this.
Yeah.
While Ronaldinho is waiting in grand finals. So yeah, there's a bracket. We're almost there, David.
We are. Losers
Woo!
finals, as you mentioned, is going to be Dark versus Juninho. And then winner of that will play against Ronaldinho. Boy, yeah, that is quite a top 3.
Yeah, so we got G and Luke. And it's if either one of them moves on, it'll be Nash versus Luke.
Yeah.
Or the run back with Dark and Ronaldinho.
There's a lot of stuff to look forward to. There's a lot of stuff coming not too far from now. Coming not too long from now. Proximate in time. We're near to it.
Does it start with us?
It's going to happen soon. And of course, it's the Capcom authorized mobile game Street Fighter Duel, which is now available for download in China. But if you're anywhere else, the global version is coming. You can put it in the chat. The epic legend is reborn on mobile. Download Street Fighter Duel now, and let's fight for each other and join the journey with millions of players to become the best fighter.
And we also have another cool thing going on with like local online tournaments, if I were to put it. So we got the World Warrior. You can see all the action in your region with 26 different regions, actually, and 26 regional champions. This is really cool to see because I always love seeing how some people come up to these online tournaments, especially some people that don't really travel. You know, I have mentioned like Combo Breaker, Evo, CEO. Some people can't travel to those events to rack up the points, but they can enter these tournaments and you can too. So you can head over to capcomprotour.com for more information and how to register.
All right. Let's take a quick break. And as we mentioned, we're going to get to that losers finals and the grand finals after this. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, welcome back to the CPT Brazil 2022. I am here with David and myself, Marine, and it has been super hot. We're sweating. Yeah, we're sweating right now.
Just melting on camera in front of thousands of people. It's all good. Happy to do it for you here on the CPT. We're watching Brazil. We're now in the top 3. Only 3 players remaining. We're going to head down to the loser side where it will be Dark versus Juninho Ross. Let's talk about those players' histories. I looked it up. What's their match history like? Dark has a big advantage historically, 63% versus Juninho Ross win rate. Now that's over 31 plus sets, so that is going back quite a ways. However, Juninho Ross, the last time that they played, last month, in fact, in BR Kumite, he is the one who took it 2-0. So thinking just back to even more recent history, that is literally today, Juninho Ross versus Horace Pollen, the results didn't matter as much, right, historically. So I think he's just in a great place. He's been playing super, super well today. Even though he played before versus Dark, it's a run back, of course, it was 3-2. It was very close. It was final round, actually. And since then, Dark lost 0-3 versus Ronaldinho, right? That was winners finals. But since then, Juninho has taken 3-1 versus Gust. He's taken 3-1 versus Horace Pollen. So he's definitely coming at this from a more positive angle, I think, than Dark. But all these guys have played each other many, many times at this point, and it's not going to be like anything new for any of them in any of these situations. Again, run back. Right, we saw this at the beginning in winner's side, whereas I just mentioned Dark took it 3-2. That was the closest one that we've had all day. Will it happen again here in losers finals? No changes in characters. We're going in Dark on the right, on the left, Juninho Ross.
And also, like, I wanted to add about like the placements too. How Juninho had like 7th at the Brazil Kumite Gaming, and then Dark having like 1st. So this is really cool to see from like top to bottom. But Dark starting out really strong against Juninho. The anti-air always on point with Juninho.
Oh yeah. Oh, even versus the medium king, huh? Let's go Dark.
It goes for the grab instead, totally fine, rather than just try to guess where you get grabbed. But we got the V-trigger activation just to get out of the corner. And the grab, okay. Oh, and dash in no
in the other corner like 5 seconds ago.
I know, right?
Juninho Ross has battled all the way to the right side. The boiler in view? No, not anymore.
Oh, I really like the fireball just to bring him down. And yeah, here we go, like from the previous match that they played in winner's side. You know, this is what Juninho was doing, and it's working just fine. So strong.
Round 2. Fight.
And we do have some resources coming in from Dark. Juninho only has 1 bar. Okay, so now he uses it just to apply more pressure. And of course, going back to the fireball game against grapplers, it's the worst nightmare that we have to deal with.
Oh, no. That is kind of funky timing on that. Right. He shifts back just in case. And that whiff punish yet again comes from Dark. Oh, big
so
stuff.
patience. That was sick.
There is another EX on Juninho's side, though. Will he bring it out? No.
Oh, I kind of like it at that situation, too, where he was grabbing from the earth. He did grab afterwards, but at that time, he just did, like, jab or anything meaty. So now, both players... I was going to say sitting at mutual bars, but nope, Juninho got 2 bars on deck. Sandblast. Oh, nice attempt on the jump in, but still staying on the other side. But, you know, like in this situation, you just kind of like walk in, block. That's all you can really do.
It's been a big part of it for sure. Dark, of course, patient there. Juninho took his turn. Oh.
Yeah. Again, like I said, you know, those anti-airs have been on point, so Juninho is definitely a challenge to just try to get around to.
There's that temptation. If your opponent is zoning you out with fireballs, you want to jump over them. Of course, only natural, but Juninho has covered that super well. Right back. Oh, he almost... Oh, okay. Whew.
It would have been nice he got the whiff punish, but he just used the bar and just backed away and going back to his game plan.
Oh, no!
Dark! Unfortunate. Yeah, I definitely saw how like he wanted to get that hit in, but it doesn't work out.
He did have the 2 jabs. He just had the wrong strength of the G smash, unfortunately, for himself. It's going to be game number 1 to Juninho. The previous 2 rounds certainly were back and forth, but that round was all Juninho. It was zoning. It was classic Fireball Dragon Punch stuff, honestly. It was him controlling the stage with the projectile. When G thought it was time to jump, guess what? That's exactly when there was no Fireball, and this is when there was the DP. So just very classically stage controlling sort of stuff out of Juninho. I love it.
Oh, I see what he tried to do there, just to close the gap. Yeah, just like with that move, trying to close the gap. But Juninho, of course, sticking with his base plan, doing the fireballs back and in, back and out.
He definitely has a plan, and you're right, he sticks to it very well.
No anti-air from Juninho, but I'm pretty sure he knew it might have been just like an empty jump. If he did it, he would block it and he would get punished for it.
Right back again. Comes in, and then just a little trap. Not too much.
Ooh, okay. Perfect catch on a dash in.
Speaking of perfect, he almost is perfect. He only blocked 1 projectile. I mean, that is the level of strength for Juninho right now as he continues to zone. He may be looking to whiff punish, so not fireballing. He may be looking to anti-air as well. But instead, as Dark thought it was time to bulldog forward again versus Sandblast, nah, that was medium kick time. Juninho's mix-ups, even there. Not something you would maybe think of traditionally as a mix-up, but it is.
Right.
Changing things up constantly here is Juninho, even as he maintains control.
Oh my gosh, I just like how he backdashed away because he was like, all right, after this fireball, I don't know what else to do but just backdash away. But just one more hit on stun, but no, slowly depleting.
And Dark really does not want to do anything with V-meter other than activate.
There
Finally with the X low. No!
Oh, just a raw DP open. Oh my gosh, just one more hit, and that is going to be that hit right there. Not even a perfect, but still golden on his end, 2-0. Just like one more match where he'll be able to face against Ronaldinho, but Dark, you know, he still has some things to plan for. You know, he is still in this, so don't count him out just yet. But man, it's starting to look really grim.
Yeah, it's looking tough.
It's really looking tough for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going back to the lobby. It sounds now that could just be to take a little bit of time and think about what's gone wrong. Because again, keep in mind when they played on winner's side, 3-2, it was Dark. It was last round. It could have been either one who took it, but the point is that it was very close. This is not close. This is Juninho dominating so far with very classic stuff. Fireball game, Dragon Punch game, not taking risk. He's been very risk averse. He has, you know, he hasn't overextended almost at all when it has been his turn. When it hasn't been his turn, he's hanging out. He doesn't feel like he's too much at risk. His anti-airs have been great. His stage management has been great. I just love what we're seeing. So for Dark, there's got to be a lot of changes here. It can't not be the same style.
Yeah, like maybe, I'm not sure if we've seen a command grab just yet from Dark, but like you said about Juninho, you know, like oh, did we get a V skills?
No, we got V skill and V trigger change.
Oh!
The V skill 2, the V trigger 2. This is such a fun, interesting way of playing G. It is not the classic way to do so, but with V trigger 2, you have an armored grab, you have really big damage and stun combos. And on V skill 2, you have the ability, to level up your defense and to maintain the level of presidentiality if you get knocked down. Right? So now if he gets knocked down, he's still going to maintain that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Also, you know, just having the patience and just trying to like think about what you want to do, and of course, changing it up with V trigger, V skill. It's looking pretty good so far.
Since he got knocked down twice, that presidentiality level is lower. But yeah, you're a tank. You're more of a tank,
right?
With this, that's kind of the style.
I was gonna say, are we playing the same game?
Leveling up his defense, just like when he was in Third Strike.
Yeah, back into the fireball. Nice check, but no! I wonder if that's like a little too far for to connect the last combo there. So Juninho was like, no, I'm just gonna try to mash DP here.
Yeah, he was right. Aye, okay, so V trigger. So again, you're looking for combos. Ideally, his actual first jump in combo in the entire set almost gets the W, and just like that, Dark takes it. Now that was in part, yes, because of trigger and V-skill, but also, like I said, his first successful jump in throughout the set in the third game finally came. So Dark playing with some different timings too.
Yeah, just kind of going for the stare down. And of course, like just doing low forward. All you can do is block. Oh, dash in, but no check from Juninho. I just like how he's just backdashing so many times where he knows when to backdash.
Very safe stuff by Dark, not overcommitting. Tried to EX smash. Oh, block, but nothing.
All right, charging up. Yep.
Got that V skill activated. You can see it's blinking down there. Trigger 2's ready to go. He trigger 2. Oh, reset! This cheeky fella.
Would love to see it. Okay, yep, the reversal, both bars.
A little bit of a risk because you can V-trigger grab through that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But Dark didn't bring that out. It is a risk. You're making a big read. Back on the wall.
Here's my power.
Again, leveling up on the D. Hoping to try to get something into that trigger 2 combo or grab before it goes away. No, it's gone.
Oof. Yeah,
20 seconds on the clock now.
Right. I was going to say, like, maybe he might have wanted to save, like, the meter just to extend the combo, just to kill Dark. But, oh my gosh, goes for the kick. All right, great opener for Dark. This is going to be really huge for him.
Look at the time. Oh, that's actually really relevant.
Are we backing out? Are we backing out? No!
Plus, oh, that was so smart to charge up in that way. Juninho, oh, what a great choice. It's not like there's a DP to worry about from Dark, so if you can take the frame advantage just like that, you can guarantee a little bit more gray life, you can guarantee a little bit more chip. Love it from Juninho.
Yeah, of course, just going back, just blocking. Oh no! Now they got to confirm, but Juninho ready as ever to punish that. Ooh, all right. Okay, throw a fireball, throw one back, and with the charge too.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Whip punishes there.
Nice job coming from Dark.
Command grab. Oh, almost stunned. Is that stunned? No, oh boy.
Yeah, he was waiting for the DP. I knew it. I was like, he's definitely going to block that. And he did. Dark still alive. 2-1.
So the switch, it's part of it, certainly. Like, he didn't get hurt as much as he otherwise would have, right? Because he had the G protection activated for quite a bit of that game. But I'm not sure that that's actually the biggest reason. I think it's more that he has changed up some of his timings, some of his placements. He jumped in successfully, had a big damage combo. He could have done that when he had V-Trigger 1, V-Skill 1. You know, could have happened there as well. It's just that he had different timings here. And so for him, I think that's the bigger side of this in getting that W. We'll see if he can continue.
Yeah, there's just some instances where like he remembers that he was in and be like, okay, I did this option before, but let me try this other option, and it worked out just fine, like you said. Ooh, okay. Fireball first hits him. It's very surprising. Oh, nice.
He got it though.
Yep.
Hey.
Oh, I really like the V reversal there because especially like you're just so close to the corner. And of course you don't have a lot of resources, but Dark does. He wants to get up and activate that V trigger. Like,
Also really important to get the knockdown so you can get rid of G protection and then level of presidentiality. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
The full-on Q animation there from Dark. So he can definitely be tanky as he moves forward here. It's just, how is he going to move forward? With 37 on the clock, he is starting to get close to running out of time. Juninho knows that he's playing slowly.
Yeah, and of course, like he can time out Dark like last time. But Dark just trying to get in, just trying to find a hit. Yep, there we go with the trigger activation. Grabs the V reversal.
Yeah, no more V reversal here for Juninho, at least for a little bit. He got the hit first, 15 on the clock. Is there actually enough time? I'm not sure. Right, okay.
Gosh.
It might have been that Dark thought Juninho would back off rather than be active right there. I don't know, but Juninho being active took the round. He's at match point now.
Oh, I wonder if he tried to combat that fireball, but gets hit by it. Yep. Passing back the favor. And of course, following him back when he's just back jumping. But again, he knows that Dark is just putting himself in the corner. Oh, what a check! Let's go with the counter hit.
Yeah, he's rarely attacking in that specific spot. Dark feels stuck, you can tell.
I know. I'm like, it's just like a small amount of space there. Okay. Yeah, I like how he's just like, walking back and just letting Dark come to him because then he could just check him.
That EX is gone. Super important. Okay, yes. Dark's in anyway.
Yeah, we do have V reversal on deck here. He could activate it. Oh no.
No.
Right there, no punish. Maybe just a little too far out.
Look at how patient Juninho Ross is. Okay, on knockdown, he goes in, but probably not going to go overextending. Yeah, he didn't.
That was
Very
so
smart.
smart.
No, hold on.
No.
He caught it, as he has just throughout this entire top 8. When people try to dash in on him, when they think there's no more to be done in regular neutral, when they're not jumping anymore, when it's time to dash, Juninho is ready to catch.
Man, and now Juninho is going to face against Ronaldinho in the grand finals, but Dark played it so well because in the winner side of top 8, he did beat Juninho. He did push Juninho back into the losers bracket, but I think with that time when he was playing the other players in losers, I guess he just kind of thought about like, how can I play this better? How can I use this when I'm playing with other players? And he was able to bring it into the match between Dark because he wants to get that seat at Capcom Cup. But man,
Smart.
yeah,
The
that's
charge
so
up
good.
right there, as Dark was a little frozen by the situation. So the switch, is cool. I mean, it's cool to watch V-Skill 2. It's cool to watch V-Trigger 2 coming out of G, but again, I think that although that was part of why Dark took a game, it wasn't the biggest part. I think it was more about him just changing up timings and placements of buttons and jumps. And Juninho caught on very quickly. And so in that final game, he was there and he had much the same control that he had in the previous part of the set. Shoutouts to Dark, ending up at third. We have 2 players remaining now. Ronaldinho BR versus Juninho Ross.
Oh man, this is gonna be really good. You know, we do have Ronaldinho, who is, I reread his quote yesterday, and it was just like the most wholesome thing ever. So it's like, it's hard to like hate this guy. You know, like he's one of the he's one of the best players in the scene, and of course he was the person that got invited to Red Bull Kumite. But for Juninho, you know, like he's coming up from the from winners first, and then through losers, through a bunch of really strong players in the scene. So Nash and Luke, again, I'll say this. I've never seen this matchup before.
It's always cool to watch characters that are less common. In part because in Street Fighter V in this season, you don't really have like terrible characters, right? Even if characters aren't very common, almost all of them are capable of winning big events. And we've seen that not just throughout the CPT, but also throughout the other events that we've had in the offline realm as well as online, of course. So Nash is among those, right? He can definitely make it happen. We know he can make it happen because Ronaldinho has done it. Even last year, he did do it in qualifying for CPT. So he's been in this position before. Going to be cool to watch how he approaches this. He is somebody who has just had a mastery of that mid-range. That's been a huge, huge part of his success. But he's coming up now against somebody in Juninho who has had much the same kind of mastery in mid-range as he has had, we just saw it versus Dark, great projectile war, great anti-airs, great whiff punishing. Everything was there for Juninho. But everything's been there for Ronaldinho too as we come into the grand finals in CPT Brazil.
Woohoo! All right, and already looking strong from Juninho. Really close to building up the stun against Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho is now cornering and bites. Gets the counter hit. That's really good. All right, now back in the way. Gets some leg rope. Oh no! Jumps in for the opportunity, but Ronaldinho was able to block just in time. Ooh, okay. It's just more. Oh my gosh, he's throwing that button again. He's just waiting for the right opportunity for the low forward into the EX scissor kick. Now just putting back in the corner. I know Juninho does have V-Trigger activated, and he is going to activate it off the target combo. Ooh, in the meaties. Yep, you can't press the button there.
Wow, what a time to press his button though from Juninho, not from Ronaldinho.
Oh, the low forward. Yup. But now that Ronaldinho does have some more resources against Juninho, so he's able to just kind of like throw out some EX fireballs or just wait for the right opportunity to connect something.
A lot of the people we've seen versus Nash have not really been able to counter too well after so bad. It's not like it's Nash's turn frame data-wise. It's just that not many characters have buttons that can reach from there. But as we just saw, a couple of options from Luke can actually. And that definitely changes things up.
I really like how that hop kick just stuffed his fireball. Like, he's been using that hop kick so many times because it pushes him a little forward.
Yeah, and misspacing it.
Ooh.
Hey.
Yeah, we've seen that, but in the previous round, start of the match, he was able to do that just again.
Hey, Ronaldinho finding it.
Oh, he was waiting for the grab, but goes for the EX side. That's so cool.
Oh, he could get the stun.
Yeah, just one more, just one more. Ah, yes! What? Yo, that's a special. I know for a fact that I get hit by that so many times, but it's so cool. It works out because it's like, oh, you're gonna grab? No, I'm just gonna do this instead. Just another kind of like a little shimmy option.
The read of it, I love it.
And I know Ronaldinho is sitting with critical art too, but doesn't want to use it. But Juninho uses a bar just to extend the combo. Back into the corner.
Just waiting it out there, Juninho. Doesn't feel too worried, it seems. However, with all that super, yeah, it could be into great pressure. Will he spend EX now? It looks like he's hunting for the actual super itself.
Oh, that's so cool. All right, yeah, just one more hit. Yeah, goes for the EX DP. Man, I'm so scared that, especially when you have that much stun, it's like, do I really want to do that? But it works out. It's totally fine.
You look at him pumping for super, you can definitely see, right?
He's waiting for it.
Yeah, he is. You know he's got reactions.
Nice.
Wow. He was, you could tell, super dedicated to looking for something to react to with super. It's not easy to do that, be as focused on that, and still be paying enough attention to the air game to then jump into air grab. Maybe that's why we saw the jump from Juninho, that he saw the pumping for super thinking, okay, you're specifically looking for my sandblaster? Okay, maybe I go to the air. But nope.
Yeah, right.
Juninho had it covered.
Oh, I kind of like the dash in, following up with the fireball, but it gets the air down. Yeah, just a little charge, just to give him some time. Oh, I like the dash in, but he didn't want to press the button because he knew for a fact that he would get hit by the jump in.
Oh, that was counter, actually. I wonder what the attempt was from Juninho.
Back in, back out. Oh my gosh, yeah, we've seen those buttons so many times from Juninho. Hop kick, yep. Oh, that's, okay, I was gonna say, like, not your turn just yet.
That is giving trigger, though, to Ronaldinho. Not quite there, he's close.
Yep, building up
One
the
more
reversal. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, all right, I'm gonna stop, but no.
Yeah.
He's got V-trigger now.
So now we're looking for that activation. Ronaldinho would love it to be on a confirm.
Oh, what? That's so cool. That's gonna be CA. Oh no, but no. He didn't use it just yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, look, honestly, kind of had to. If he had blocked a Scythe right there, that was just going to be into super for the chip heal. He didn't have View Reversal.
Oh, right. Yep.
So Juninho expected maybe meaty Scythe, but Ronaldinho was one step ahead.
Oh. Ooh, what a counter hit. Ooh, I kind of like how he's just like throwing fireball. Like, it's always like that, you know, you're just using a fireball as some sort of insurance to just kind of like walk a little more, pressure more. While just backdashing away.
Max range on that Scythe. But Ronaldinho.
Oh! Again, right there.
This guy, in every set we've seen throughout this weekend, has been so good at making individual hits add up over time. Trying to do something?
Yep. Oh, dash right under, but gets the charge. I was going to say maybe critical art, but no, it wouldn't have killed.
Okay. Juninho Ross senses that this is his opportunity. No, he backs off. Still has another V reversal just in case he blocks something to middle. Right.
Yep, V reversal. We have been seeing a lot of smart V reversal options from Juninho.
Okay, super's gone, but still, Ronaldinho's a threat.
Yeah, he definitely, like, look at the resources that Juninho has compared to Ronaldinho. Oh my gosh, yeah, just one more hit. Especially with V-Trigger still on deck, he could definitely get through the fireballs, but he's playing it so patient. He's going to rely on the hop kick that he's been doing all through top 16, top 8. And here he is in Grand Finals. Holy cow, 2-0 for Ronaldinho.
His mid-range, again, has just been fantastic. At the end there, he could have played away. He could have played really slowly.
Sure.
Huge life lead. He didn't need to do too much, but he still was able to find those individual hits, still made them matter. Individual hit on Sobat, individual hit on Jab we saw before, with punishing the roundhouse. Like, in that range, you can't feel comfortable because he's going to find some hit eventually. And again, that's a range where Juninho has done great himself. So the fact that Ronaldinho has been the one to control it has been super important.
All right, with the low forward into the fireball. But now, yeah, they're just kind of like meeting each other halfway just to see if like they got some stuff to show. Oh, yep, punish on the target combo. Dashing back up just to get the free opportunity.
We've rarely seen that moonsault, especially from that range. Okay,
Ooh,
it's gonna be knocked down. Yes.
Oh, nice with the counter
He's turning
hit.
it on.
Yep, still his turn. Goes for the grab. Just one more hit can be a stun combo. Yep, that is going to be a punish. It kind of reminds me of how, like, Ken, he would do, like, EXDP into V-Trigger. You can punish that. It's that same instance where you can do that against Nash.
Round 2.
Juninho still in this. Of course, sitting at both mutual resources.
Oh, making a big bet on that Fierce. Hoping to counter hit a medium kick as he comes through. But, you know, I like it. I like that he's being more active. That was certainly a big part of why he took that last round. Look at him dashing in, dashing out. All right, more buttonsy in that range. Trying to get the whip punish, not quite.
Now critical art on deck for Ronaldinho. He wants to get out of there, but back into the corner. V-reversal.
That's been a huge part of how he's used his
Yes.
heroes. Okay.
I wonder if he was hoping for like a chase back or just like a grab, but Juninho not taking the bait.
Is he there in time? Oh, that would
I
have been
thought
so good. Juninho waiting.
Oh my god. Yes. All right, just for the grab, sitting at mutual health. I know that Ronaldinho is just trying to inch things in, but Juninho still trying to be a busy bee as ever. V-reversal not coming through though.
Ronaldinho not challenging on all this. He catches it.
He
He's got super.
He's not going to use it because he can use no
right.
bars.
You're totally right. He knew exactly what he needed to get that W. He was right about it. He is at match point, and he is at tournament point, and he is at Capcom Cup spot point.
Oh my gosh, it's getting a little serious. Oh no, that might have been a misinput. That's not what he wants. But Ronaldinho getting all that the damage out of there.
Look at this man.
Look at him. He's zooming. He's zooming.
Yeah, he is. He recognizes that this could be the round where he takes it.
Definitely confident, but we can't keep Juninho out of this just yet. Still has some life lead. Or, okay, V-trigger on deck, but uses a V-shift just to get out of there. V reversal.
Again, using his V meter to try to get offense, try to get knockdowns. He's now in the corner.
Oh my gosh, and all that white health too, but...
Big Ronaldinho maybe 2 hits away from taking this. There's one. He's got super as well.
Reversal. Oh, the grab! Okay.
V meter on Juninho's side.
Maybe just one hit, one counter hit, but misses it.
Oh, no!
Punish from Juninho! Juninho, what are you doing? That's okay, that's okay. He's back in the corner though.
Right, as he has. Same uses. There it is. Juninho is not going to go quietly. He has taken a game. He's not out yet.
Oh,
but it could have been different.
Gosh.
There could have been some differences there.
Yeah,
as it got a little scrambly.
Yeah, scrambly because like where Ronaldinho, he did the EX scythe kick.
Yeah.
And like Juninho was just like right behind him, just chasing him
Yeah.
down. And it was like, okay, you got it. You got the hit. But he didn't complete it. He literally did not finish his food. That was so close. It was just so unfortunate. But hey, we are 2-1 with these players, so it's still going on. Still going on here.
Yeah. Look, as we've seen, Juninho has. It's not like he's taken everybody down 3-0, right? He's certainly taken an L here and there. And when that has happened, as we saw versus Dark, he then adapts very quickly.
Right.
So down 2 games initially, but certainly I think that he can make the counter adaptations and come back and still take this set. His play there, I do think that we saw him play faster in some of those instances than we had seen in the previous couple of games. I think his intention coming into this was to control, was to be the mid-range beast, the fireball dragon punch player that we had seen in the previous sets. That didn't seem to work out quite as well. So I like that he played a little bit more deliberately offensive. That did seem like it helped.
Yeah, sometimes like it's better to play more, or like pushing more on the offense and defense, because it's like once you're playing too much defense, your opponent's like, all right, I know that he's just gonna do this if I get in this range or in this part of his vicinity. All right, so starting out pretty long here with Juninho having a life lead. Oh yeah, the dash in of the grab. I thought I would like see like a check at anything, but no.
Oh, well, keep in mind how well Juninho has checked people dashing. Something we've been talking about throughout his matches.
Right. Oh,
first V skill 2 set up in a while. Juninho again finding the knockdown. You know what I love about that too is that he feels confident, it seems, at getting at least one sandblast to hit. And that means that that gray life is going to get taken off, of course. So he's done a great job at getting V-Revs into damage. He's got the corner, he's got the knockdown, and he's got the grab, he's got the round. Look at this.
Yeah, again, like you just said before, like he's pushing more on the offense and the defense. Because he knows that Nash is more of like a keep away character, but can play rush run as well. But Luke, both excelling in both fields.
Yeah, you can definitely sense a difference in terms of how the neutral game's going between these two. It was Ronaldinho finding big hits like that in games 1 and 2, and now it's Juninho.
And of course, like building that stun too. Just one more combo off of that.
God, that is a lot of gray building up too. Okay, Ronaldinho out. Patience.
Yeah, just to add more pressure, goes for the grab after the B trigger dash in. B trigger on Juninho's side.
Doesn't need to be worried about view reversal. So,
oh, boy. That would have been a cool conversion.
Yeah.
Oh,
no. The idea. No, look at this, Juninho. 2 straight rounds to tie it up. 2 games to 2.
Whoa. Yeah, like he is definitely changing it up, and we do see it here because he's not just trying to like throw out the fireball game. Because I know Nash also has a fireball game. Like he can keep you out. He's really good at keeping you out. But Juninho is just trying his best to be like the person that's in the zone, going in and able to get 2-2 over Ronaldinho. This is going to be really good.
Well, look, now it's on Ronaldinho to be the one who adapts. We've seen adaptation from Juninho. It's more offense, it's faster movement. What's it going to be from Ronaldinho now?
Yeah, at the start of the match, you know, he's able to put Juninho back into the corner. Oh no, hop kick to just punish the roundhouse, but it doesn't work out.
Hey.
Oh!
He's about to build EX once, yeah, so now, I love the forward dash. That was just as Ronaldinho was about to be able to build EX pressure. Juninho's out.
Oh,
he actually didn't get the charge on V-Skill 1. Okay, he's back to it. Hey!
Oh, that was sick. That was a really good thing to do. B-shift, again, like so good in this game.
We hadn't seen anybody do that versus Juninho, consistently trying to pressure in that way. Of course, he can vary the timing on when he brings it out as well. So. Great read by Ronaldinho.
Ooh, yeah. I kind of like how he just like sat there. I thought that, most players would just kind of like walk underneath the jump in.
Jump early, fears to beat, intended jump back, air throw. Here comes.
Oh! He does have critical art on deck, but is going to use a bar to kill. Yes, and that's going to kill. Ronaldinho at match point, hoping to take the whole thing of the CBT Brazil 2022 and into the seat of Capcom Cup.
The whole world watches on. Sky in the background.
We're in space. Woo!
Out here in space.
Oh, I think he tried to punish it that time because I remember in the previous match he did punish it, but not that time.
Oh, too far. It's okay for Juninho. Backed off first, just before that Sobat came out.
Yeah, Ronaldinho is trying to back away to just doing back jump or back dash in the corner, but it's just so risky. Juninho now in the corner though.
Yeah, big reversal of fortunes. And if Ronaldinho blocks maybe one or two more things, he's got trigger. So it's him in. Yeah, he got it. Juninho as well.
Gosh, what a good favor for Juninho to be in because he sweeped him and then he knocked him down, so he's able to get his turn back.
Again, jump early
the
fierce.
backdash!
He has. Juninho has shut down the attempted anti-air, air-to-air
Yes.
air throw from Ronaldinho with those jump early fierces. So he's adapting still as we're here on, the final round of either the first set or the end of the tournament.
And Ronaldinho does have critical art. All right, target combo out of there. Still trying to stick out with this game plan, just waiting for things to kind of subside.
Taking his turns, no meter on Juninho's side to worry about there for Ronaldinho.
I just really like how both these players are connecting their normals because they know for a fact that if they just throw out random buttons, they're going to get whip punished.
They're definitely very smart with placements. Is he there in time? No, not.
Oh.
And that almost gave V-trigger to Ronaldinho. Juninho maybe looking at activation.
Yep, he's definitely blocking that just to get the V-trigger too. So
Yeah.
now he's ready for that. All right, Juninho activating V-trigger, his turn to shine, but Ronaldinho just waiting for the right opportunity for his time to shine.
He's in. Will he pester? He's pretty light about it. You can tell he does not want to take risks. Okay, Ronaldinho. He's through.
There it is! Critical Arts! Ronaldinho is your CBT Brazil 2022 champ. Dude, what a close set!
Amazing set.
Oh my god, dude.
And the commitment by Juninho through the projectiles was utterly busted up by Ronaldinho right at the very end with his own fireball. He had his trigger behind it. And there you go, Nash taking it.
Woohoo! Dude, that was so good because he reacted to how fast Luke's fireballs are.
Yeah.
I would not react to that in a million years. It's so hard to do. And of course, I like how he backed away at the end where he did activate V-trigger. He does have critical art. He is in the green. But then Juninho just standing in the corner oh man, this really sucks because he didn't have a whole lot of resources. But when he did fireball, it was game over. Ronaldinho saw the light at the end of the tunnel and was able to get that dub.
Taking a look back here at what, boy, was a super close set. We had some 3-0s, we had some 3-1s, but the very final set we had was just about as close as it gets between these two. Yeah, Ronaldinho almost took it, right? He almost took it as a 3-0.
Definitely.
So great counter adaptation by Juninho, and then Ronaldinho made his own in this very final game. Look at this, yeah, at the very end right there. As you could see, the trigger fireballs coming out. No, didn't matter.
Teleports behind you, nothing personal.
Nothing personal. Got it. Ronaldinho BR, 3-2. He is your champion. Take a look at those results right there for him on the day. That is quite a trio of folks for him to take out, to be honest, in the Brazilian scene. Jaleche, then Dark, then Juninho Ras.
Yeah, and he also took out a lot of people in top 16 as well, where he was able to take out, Alexis and just waiting for people in. No, actually, no. All he did was just take Alexis in the top 16. That's all.
Yeah, he had sent Black Ninja to losers before that as well, who of course also made top 16. So he did not have an easy path. You know, he was definitely one of the higher seeded players, but still didn't have an easy path. There's just no easy path through something like the Brazil CPT. But he ended up making it all the way through. Congratulations again to him. What a set. I loved watching that. I hope you guys did as well. His Nash was just a treat.
Definitely.
I had a great time.
We all had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time too.
You know what else I have a great time doing? Talking about stuff that's coming up in the future. You might consider me a prognosticator. I'm a fortune teller in a way. I know what's going to happen. Not right now, but soon.
David, tell us.
Street Fighter Duel.
Whoa! Hello, welcome back to the Brazil CPT 2022. I am here with David and myself as the Street Fryers.
Correct.
Wow, it is hot. No, we are actually frying here.
I'm just melting. I'm looking at my face over here where like the camera's
my face
screen
is
is just
sweating.
to the side, so we're just looking at ourselves actively sweating. Pretty gross. Congrats to everybody for sticking around. I appreciate everybody doing so. Let's talk a bit about the top 8 and what we saw. And then maybe talk with somebody who ended up on top. We'll see. Ronaldinho BR to start things off. 3-0. Boy, he looked super strong right there. I was thinking about how he just had really total control in neutral game. Jalash is somebody who has really good offense typically, really good whiff punishing typically. Those are real strengths of his, but Ronaldinho did a great job at shutting that stuff down.
And then we do have Dark and Juninho Ross with the 3-2. And then we do see it, as you can see in losers finals. Dark sent him to losers. And then they had the run back. Juninho coming up top, 3-1 over Dark. And, you know, that was like a really really close set in the winners semifinals.
Yeah.
But unfortunate that it came to that. In losers finals, we see the dunk. Juninho getting second in the CPT. Man, it was I don't know, man. That's all I can say. It was like a really close match.
In fact, when it was 3-2 for Dark versus Juninho Ross in semis, just thinking back, the first game went to Dark, but then it was actually 2 in a row by Juninho Ross, and so it was 2-1 for him at one point. So that could also have ended up being a 3-1, but of course, you see the result. Dark won the final 2 to close it out in that first set. You told the results after that. Gust versus Namikaze, I was very impressed by. I loved seeing how Gust approached both the Claw matchup and the Fang matchup. Namikaze, again, as we talked about, somebody who has a lot of talk behind him, somebody who's coming up. But didn't happen for him this time, maybe next time. Then Davi taken out by Horace Pollen, who was as in control as anybody throughout this top 8 in that set. That was very strong by him. Then you had Juninho Ross begin his run. So Juninho Ross 3-1 over Gust. Jaleshe taken out by Horace Pollen. Juninho Ross 3-1 over Horace Pollen. Thinking back to these matches in loser's side, does anything stand out to you as something that was particularly interesting?
I really like the set in losers quarterfinals between Juninho Ross and Gus, because I know I have been saying it throughout the stream, but Gus, he's super good. In the notes where he has a very monk patience-esque and just having a bunch of optimal combos and having smart decisions playing E-Honda, because we don't really see a whole lot of E-Honda, but no, there's a wave of very strong E-Honda players, including Gus. But Gus, being the champ for the Capcom finals, did not quite make it through to getting the top 4. So Juninho Ross was able to get that dub over him, 3-1, and look at the run he has too. It's crazy cool.
Yeah, taking out Gust, taking out Horace Pollen, taking out Dark in the run back, the person who had sent him to loser's side. And then that grand finals, we got to talk about that. Because Ronaldinho BR, as you can see, he ends up taking it 3-2. But that seemed like it could have gone the other way. First game was taken by Ronaldinho, but then we saw Juninho tie it up right away, then go up 2-1, in fact. And so, very close. It really could have been the other way. I'm sorry, 2-0 for Ronaldinho to take it. I now look at the results. Then tied up by Juninho Ross. So it could have been a 3-0 by Ronaldinho. It could have been the reverse 3-0 by Juninho. Ultimately, as you saw, very close at the end, but Ronaldinho took it. The Nash. Talk about the Nash. So as we mentioned, now that character's costume will be unlocked. first person to have taken CPT with Nash this year. He had, I mean, does anything stick out to you about his gameplay?
You know, I did say before where he's more, he could do like rushdown, he could play zoning, he could be annoying. Like, you know, all of the players have said here where Ronaldinho, how he plays Nash is super, super annoying. And that's how you're supposed to play, you know, all the characters that you know how to play. But to me, it's really like it's a treat, right? It's a treat to see Nash play in like top 8 and see how he plays at like a complete different level than, you know, we're like regular online play or just like casual play. It's really cool to see that because a lot of people have different play styles, but Ronaldinho, very, very annoying, but super, super strong gameplay.
Absolutely. And speaking of Ronaldinho, we're going to speak to him. As we're welcoming him onto the interview. Congratulations, first of all.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So this is a position that you've been in, right? of first in CPT Brazil 2021, #1, now in 2022 as well. I'm wondering if you could talk about how your very active scene, which has a ton of different results in a bunch of events that we looked at, nevertheless ends up with the same person on top in both of these. How is it that you're able to maintain that kind of consistency?
I don't know. I studied all my opponents, so I could do better than I was doing in previous tournaments. So I took some advice back then from a lot of top players, Menardi, Angry Bird. My contact with them, they all talked a lot about counter picking. I didn't have to counter pick in this tournament, but it was an option. And studying my opponents. I remember when I was with Menardi in Singapore, he said that he studies a lot. So I've been trying to do that too. And I believe the result today is because of that. Because I studied a lot of all my opponents actually. That thing that I killed Luke, Juninho Ras, I labbed this today.
Nice.
Oh, nice! Look at you.
So, you know, studying is something that many people talk about, but go on.
No, and I would like to thank my friend Oros Paulinho, because my victory today is his victory as well, because we talked a lot, we've been helping each other, and he helped me a lot today. Thank you.
A lot of people talk about studying as a way to improve, but I'm wondering what specifically that means for you. When you try to study something, what is it that you're doing?
Actually, labbing everything. Viewing the replays, seeing what people usually do. Juninho Raz likes to do crouching MK into fireball. I knew he was gonna do that when I was in the corner. So I just pressed the trigger and passed through and won a round because of that too. Dark, I know Dark's game. We've been playing a lot forever. You know, we always played. Jalesh, we've been training as well. So he was the one that I studied the most, because the last time we fought in a casual, but he won. So I was seeing what I did wrong, what I could do better. Juninho is unpredictable. I can study Luke, but not him. Only a few things, the ones that I told you. That's it.
All right.
I don't know what else about
That's
because
okay.
I won.
Appreciate
I
the
just
perspective.
won,
Yeah.
right?
That's awesome. Yeah, and now that you have a seat at Capcom Cup, I know that you're probably going to go back to how you train, you know, like just labbing things, talking to your community, talking to people such as like Mena RD and everyone else internationally. Is there a way that you're going to, how should I put it? Like, is there a way that you're going to like train differently, or are you just going to kind of go back to the same resume?
I believe I will just do what I've been doing right now
okay.
because this is new for me. I actually wasn't the guy who was always doing that thing. Because I have my personal things to do. I have to work. I have to study.
Right.
So I'm not. I don't have the time, all the time free to do that. But I will just continue to do that because I think it's strong. It makes me strong.
Right.
It helped me a lot today.
As I said, you have a very active scene. So, we talked a bunch about the results that have been going on in Brazil. You've got Kumite, PogChamp, a lot of the different tournaments are going on. How do you feel about the Brazilian scene and its growth and how it compares to other scenes across the world?
I believe this year we've grown a lot. Many players from last year. I think we were far behind everyone. Actually, US and the people from Red Bull Committee that I met. But right now we are. I believe Brazil is growing in strength. Horus Paulinho is very strong, very strong. It's a period that you couldn't see more of him. Dark. You don't have to talk about Dark. We're always on fire, all right. Jaleshe too. Jaleshe wasn't playing as frequently right now, but from a month to now, he got back to his old form, and the result was there. He was on top 8. He did very well, although he couldn't do the top 3. Juninho Raz is very active too. He's playing with a lot of characters. Luke, Kage, Ryu. People are really trying to get better at the game, and I think we are getting there.
All right, awesome. Yeah, that's super fun to hear because, just watching the CPT with a bunch of really strong Brazilian players just kind of shows that you guys have that sort of rivalry together, but also, helping each other out, helping each other with matchups and frame data and whatnot. So again, just to kind of retract back to my question about Capcom Cup, now that you have a seat, is there anyone in particular that you want to face that you you haven't seen at tournaments that you've been to? Is there someone at Capcom Cup now that has entered that you want to face?
I'll tell the truth. I don't know anyone who is in Capcom Cup right now. I'll just have to look the website right as soon as the interview ends, right? Because I was studying a lot, so I was not connected. I actually didn't think I would make this year because it's obviously it's difficult to do that. It's not. It's easier to not to qualify than to qualify, right?
Sure.
So the probability of me qualifying was kind of low if you look the odds, right? So I was not very into the Capcom Pro Tour. But right now I'll just have to do. I guess I'll have to do that.
Fair enough. No, I appreciate that your focus has been on just qualifying in the first place, right? That's definitely the more important thing to do. You briefly mentioned having potential counter characters. So I'm wondering if we can talk about how you view Nash this season, how you view him as a character within the context of the game, and if you were to do a counter pick, I'm wondering what your character would be.
I actually played Blanca.
Oh, nice!
What's the character that you would pick Blanca for?
Bison, Cammy, Dawson.
Ah.
These 3 are the main that I would pick Blanca. Let me see. I think these 3, these are the ones that give me the most trouble as Nash. Bison is a terrible matchup. Dawson is the second worst, and Cammy is unplayable.
Okay.
So,
well, maybe other than those
just
few. But how do you feel about Nash in general? You're really one of the few Nash players who is still making the character work at the highest level. I don't know if that's because of the character, right? I don't think the character is weak, but we just don't see that many other people. So can you talk about how you view the character yourself?
I believe that he's mid-tier. People here in Brazil, especially Brolinho, says that Nash is high tier. I really don't agree with him, but I think he can do most of the matchups. He can handle himself. You just have to play and stick with the game plan. You have to kind of turtle with him, and once you have enough resources, you can kind of go to the offensive or capitalizing in a V-trigger into super. You can just waste a meter with him because he doesn't have a combo extender, an EX combo extender, right? So once you waste 1 meter, you may be stuck with 2 and have nothing to do with them with this meter, right? You have to just do a medium punch into EX strategy assault. You gain 30 life. It's almost nothing. So you have to manage really well the resources with Nash, I believe.
Well, congrats again. You gave one shout out, but is there anything else that you'd like to say to your scene or to everybody watching?
I would like to thank all of the people that cheered for me, all of my friends, my family, Horus Paulinho, Dark, Brolinho, Keoma, HK Dash, everyone. I would like to thank a lot for everyone who wanted me to win today, and see you at Capcom Cup.
There you go.
Yeah, you definitely deserve it. Definitely take that break today and just celebrate that win with your family, friends, and your community. So thank you so much for coming here, Ronaldinho. We appreciate the words from you, and we hope that you have a wonderful Sunday.
Thank you. I will have.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. All right, thanks a lot again to Ronaldinho for coming on, and thanks a lot to everybody at home who watched throughout both the top 16 and the top 8. We did it.
We did it.
We did it.
It's
been a toasty one, but
yeah,
we managed to get all the way through. Seriously though, I always love watching the Brazilian scene. It's one of my favorite scenes to check in on. They, as I mentioned in the interview, are a very active scene. They have a lot of tournaments going on in Brazil. Huge country, obviously. A ton of people are playing down there. You could see by when we were talking about and introducing the players, how many of those players have won at least some of those tournaments. Like there was a huge spread around. Yeah, so again, very active scene, lots of very strong players. Please check in on it more often if you can. Marine, thanks a lot for commentating with me. It was a blast.
Thanks for having me. It's been super fun. You know, of course, experiencing the Brazilian FGC through top 16, through top 8. And I'm really, really excited to see how Ronaldinho is going to combat all the strong players at Capcom Cup.
Definitely. And speaking of which, we are going to be off for next weekend, but there is, of course, more CPT to come in the future. That will be the Nordic and Baltic region, September 24th and September 25th. That's going to be the next one. If you happen to be in Pacific time, you can see that it's 7:30. But, of course, if you're elsewhere, it will be to your own local time. So Nordic, Baltic, after a break, then another break. A couple of weeks, in fact. And then we're going to have Asia coming up on deck.
Ooh.
So a couple of great ones coming up.
All right, awesome. Well, everyone at home, thank you so much for sitting tight, watching the Brazilian CPT. I am here joined with Mr. Ultra David and myself, Marine. Again, thank you so much for bearing the heat wherever you are. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and we'll see you at the next event.